As we approach downtown Thunder Bay from Lake Superior, we're here for this year's Scotties Tournament of Hearts. It's crunch time in Thunder Bay. Playoffs on the horizon. You need to win. Another loss could end your Scotties dream. Who will come out on top? Draw 15 is next. And at this time of round robin, every game seems to have added importance. We just have 4 draws remaining, 1 tonight, 3 tomorrow. Let's get you caught up what happened this afternoon. It was teams from Pool B, and our feature was Carrie Einarson, 4-time Canadian champ, against Christina Black from Nova Scotia. Once again, Einarson was down 5-1 after 5. Remember, last night came back down 7-2 to Manitoban Cameron. This is her last to catch the 4-foot, and then Black missed her raise. Guess what she did? She won again.
Hey guys, I knew I'd come alive at some point.
And come alive they have now. 2 back-to-back come from behind wins. Caitlin Laws had 3 deuces in her win over Galusha. And it was Quebec also. 2-2, 8-4 they win. And talk about a comeback. Cameron coughed it up last night. She did it again today as Inglis comes back, stole in 10 and stole the extra for an 8-6 win. So look at this, Pool B, and remembering again that it is the top 3 who will advance, and the deciding factor will be head-to-head record. So you got Inglis, St. George, Einarson, and Black. If it ended right now, Einarson would get 3rd. Why? Because she just beat Black. Meanwhile, we know Rachel Holman is in. Skurlik, Brown, and Sturmay all 4-2. Skurlik has the tiebreaker because she has beaten both Brown and Sturmay. And on this Wednesday night, we do say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Thunder Bay. Joe, Russ, Kathy will join us momentarily. Oh, goodness. Caller, comeback. Carrie, she did it again.
Again, down 5 last night, wins. Down 4 today, halfway through the game, wins. And it's the shot she has to make to win that you can't seem to do earlier in the game. Ontario did the same thing today to Kate Cameron. Like, it's the last man standing.
So our matchup coming up here is a big one. They're all big at this time. Nancy Martin, Saskatchewan against Selena Sturmay from Alberta. If you are Sturmay, do you in fact maybe want to play it a little more wide open?
I think you have to. The tendency in the 5 rock roll is put pressure on the other team, but that's what Nancy likes. So you got to keep it simple. Drag the rocks into the rings, make it a hitting game, and that's their advantage.
What about Nancy Martin? Got off to a really good start with Saskatchewan, is struggling now.
Yeah, and you know, as Russ says, their style is to put things in the middle, put that pressure on the opponent. But I would never have thought Nancy's draw percentage would be at 63% going into this game. She can find the button in her sleep in mixed doubles. She needs to bring that skill tonight. All
right, it's must win really for both sides. This happens to be the last round robin game for Saskatchewan as they play Selena Sturmay when we come back.
We want to have fun and do our best. So I guess our plan just going into it is take it one rock at a time and not really looking too far ahead of who we're playing, and just trying to stick to our game.
Our goal is to be consistent and put a lot of rocks in play and put some pressure on the other team. The girls have been just unbelievably supportive. They trust me and believe in me, and that's an amazing feeling to have come from all of your team members.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand. By Home Hardware, here's how. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
All the games on the ice are with teams in Pool A. The only team not on the ice, that's Krista McCarville, the Thunder Bay team with a record of 3-4. With the rest, hello, Kathy.
Hello, Victor. Well, the team that is Rachel Homan, the Machine, rolled through this morning, and they will want to continue that style of play as they take on Nunavut and Julia Weigel. BC's Corinne Brown, well, she was the victim of Rachel Homan this morning, but the team played very well. Corinne made some very tough shots. We'll want to continue that style of play against Melissa Adams from New Brunswick, who loves rocks in play. And finally, Kayla Skurlik. Her destiny is in her own hands. She wins out and she's in, but she's got a tough PEI, Jane DeCarlo, to get through tonight first.
Time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The Alberta team Sturmay from the Saville Community Sports Centre in Edmonton with Selena Sturmay, Paige Papley, Desiree Hawes, and Danielle Schmiemann. Saskatchewan champions from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, Nancy Martin with Deanna Doig, Kadriana Lott, and Shaylin Stewart backing her up. And it is the Sturmay team, ranked number 12 in our country, who won the draw to the button. And they won it rather convincingly. So they will have the Hammer playing the Red Stones, Saskatchewan the yellow. And to get us underway, the Saskatchewan lead on this Wednesday night of the Scotties is Deanna Doig.
I think we're top 4, okay? That's fine. Trying to come down. Top 4.
Last couple
top
days
4.
we've been treated to a really nice ice surface, not slowing down a lot late in the game in this area here. Tons of curl.
Over curling a bit. Okay, good. 4-10.
Good.
Good throw.
10-5. All right, you got her. Okay, you got her, Paige. Next 10-5. Weight's good.
Rock's so good. Throwing a corner guard has some risk. If you can hit this and roll behind the tee line off to the side somewhere, Saskatchewan hits it, then you can throw your corner guard.
10-4. Okay, and I got good time, but it looks
What is the 10?
That delayed corner is a play you see more and more now.
Yeah.
You still want to have the button, the 4-foot available in the first end. So trying to just make this rock a little less close to the button makes some sense.
Whoa! Whoa then! Crochet! Crochet! Curl! Hard crochet! Hard curl!
hard curl.
Okay, good sweep. Good throw. Nice 10.
That was a 10?
All right, some keys now. We'll start with Alberta.
Well, tight guards, we talk about that all the time. If I'm playing Rachel Holman, maybe longer guards because of the respecting their hitting ability. But against Nancy Martin, it's tougher for her to hide around the tight guards. And if she does, you get easy runbacks. They're short and nothing deep. Anything behind the tee line allows Nancy Martin to freeze one in there, and that takes away your whole end.
Tight. Coming down. We're
Try
just
and carve
tight.
it a hair.
Mine's okay. Easy, easy, easy.
That did not curl much at all. Just quite here with it, 5-1.
Okay. Good. Definitely came down a bit. It's a big kick.
And the keys now for Saskatchewan and Nancy Martin.
Yeah, particularly for the back end on Saskatchewan. Shaylin and Nancy were in the 70s this morning against Nunavut. It took a 3 in the ninth end to blow that one open. They need to let that game go and find the feel for Nancy. It's going to be her ability to draw that will determine whether or not she wins this game.
Keys to the game, well, they're brought to you by Sponge Towels. Absorb life.
Top 12.
All of it.
Top 12. Easy.
Fully in then. Curl.
Mine's good.
Curl.
Burma's outside edge of the 8-foot on what has been a slightly straighter side. Nice curl right now.
Really good.
And as predicted, Russ, we see that delayed corner go up by Selena Sturmay.
T-line.
Yeah, game on now.
And again, it has to do with that positioning of the stone in the rings, correct?
Yes.
The fact that it's over on the edge of the 8,
Yeah.
and you still got your 4-foot, and
Slow slide.
If Saskatchewan rolled back to the pin, they might have not thrown the corner.
Back 4. Whoa.
And this gives you kind of a lower risk opportunity at 2. There's one guard out there, but only one.
Slide. T. Hard.
This could die once this gets over to the side.
well, they got it by.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Very nice, Papley and Schmiemann.
Holy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as long as you wait, it's okay.
5 rock rule, of course, 10 ends, 38 minutes of thinking time, just the 1 60-second timeout, and the no tick rule with regards to center line guards touching that center line until the 5th stone.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Cadriana Lott.
Okay, Cage. Good throw.
And she'll just rip the
Might hang around.
corner. And you got a long way to come back.
Think I'm seeing here this wide. A lot. But yeah.
Really
Nancy's
nice
come
come
along
around by
here, too.
Desiree.
Selena's
That's
also-
perfect
I don't
line,
think
perfect
of her
weight,
front.
and a path that you haven't seen yet. These teams, they keep track as the week progresses. You notice the tendencies of the ice, and she would have been guessing from what they've seen in previous games, and it's
Big 9.
really impressive feel early this game.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been a practice rock down that path.
Desiree Haas in her 2nd season with this team after a couple of trips to the Scotties with Corinne Brown out of Kamloops. So this Sturmay team a year ago in Calgary went 8-3, and they lost the 3-4 Page playoff game.
That's what got them into the Scotties, isn't it? When the Chelsea Carey team had to bow out. They were next in line.
This year, yeah, they qualified this year through the team points, and they were number 4. Number 1 qualifier through points was Anerson. Number 2 Laws. And Sturmay gets number 3.
What a great roll by Saskatchewan. Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to dig this out.
Well, not the hit and rolls have been elusive early in the games I've seen as a trend this week. That's really good shot making.
You are. We're a little late. Close. Top 4. I think okay. Line's good. T-line. Yep. 4.
They want it
Top
deeper
4.
than T
Yep.
line.
T. Hard. Top 4 T. Hard. Big roll off. Big roll off. Roll on. Yep. Go, 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 go. Good. Good, Danielle. Good, good. 14. Okay.
A nice way to miss that shot. It opened the back rock up a little better and put another one in the paint.
Oh, I thought we might see Nancy hit something over there because they rolled on. This is a little scary for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, it's her style, isn't it? Yeah, is it ever scary? You leave this open, you could be looking at 3 without hammer.
Yeah.
They don't plan on leaving it open, though. There's such good curl in here that this should be made.
Yeah, and there's some tolerance to work with. Just want to make sure that your second shot, and Shayla needs to just make sure she's got a piece behind that center line guard.
You need this? Coming down. Coming down. Coming down. Okay. Top 12. Whoa. Whoa, just clean. Clean. Top 12. Deanna. Whoa. Tight. Jump. Has to stop. Has to stop. Good. Good throw.
Wow, that really came down. How'd it go? Thought she was a little heavy out of her hand, but
It's either that or like a third. Whatever you're seeing. Either one. Think I'm seeing that? Okay.
Double peel, it would be the first thing I'd look at, but it could jam on that right-hand red.
Not a lot. No. Okay. You got her.
They had a 60% conversion game earlier today against New Brunswick.
Hard. Hard.
Danielle Schmiemann wanted to say hello to everyone she works with at Bloom Therapy. She's an acupuncturist.
Perfect. Very nice. Good girl. Good 10.
okay. Yep. I think it runs nice here, Nance. Yep.
So getting ready for Skip Stones. And so let's take a look at tonight's Pool A. And you can see here, Martin, this is her last round robin game. It really is a must win for her because she needs that tie break. And as for Sturmay, yeah, her as well. But look who she closes out against, Holman. The key here for all those teams, the 4-2 teams, is that Skurlik, she has the tiebreak against both of them.
Right.
So both of these teams are in tough. So this is really the biggest game for them. And mind you, if Sturmay can win tonight and tomorrow, that will go a long way to helping her qualify. Top 3 teams only in the pool get out.
Okay, good sweep.
Lays it right there.
What's that? I had a 9-7.
Okay, good. Yeah. I think I'm seeing 10.5 into it.
You're probably looking for half.
Half, a good half, yeah. It's probably a
I think it'll curl, yeah.
Probably hit either one and roll behind the corner. I was just thinking if you make this one, it's behind the tee line. You know what Nancy's going to do.
Yeah, I think at least that opens up the 4-foot.
Right.
Make sure you get your 1.
10.5. I think on the 10 side.
Coming off a rather disappointing year is Sturmay. They struggled 25 wins and 29 losses. They did a little tinkering with their deliveries, trying to, what would you say, trying to be better on both arena ice and club ice and trying to develop releases for both of them, Joe.
Yeah, and great concept there. They play a lot on tour and lots of curling clubs, and the in-out release that you use on super swingy ice will not make many shots in that environment. But with anything, when you go to rework something, it takes time to perfect it and be able to rely on it when those high-pressure moments come up.
You got her.
I think I like the same turn.
Do you want to roll it over towards those corners, Russ?
Well, I guess you could, but you'd hate to take the risk of rolling too far. And
you're going to get your force, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard chase.
Well, it's just clean.
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 Stewart.
Yep.
Clean.
Clean.
It's really good sweep.
Good, Nance.
There you go.
It's good.
He held that one.
Too flat to try something?
Good sweep.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Early, you
Right.
just turn around and
Again,
just,
houses aren't ideal either.
because you hold it so well. It's like, that
Interesting,
could've
though,
been gone.
it's the shot they just played, but that you just watched an out turn, too. Nancy's didn't curl very much. I was surprised.
Yeah, should have been a bit of a fresh line.
Yeah, it looked hair tight early.
Final stone for Selena Sturmay, the registered nurse with Alberta Health.
Got across. Keep going. Hard, buddy. Hard,
Pause.
hard.
And hold it right there and settle down. And it finally does on the edge of the 8th. So Sturmay forced to the single. Saskatchewan. Martin will have last rock when we come back to Thunder Bay. Tonight, and then 3 draws tomorrow. That's all that remains in round robin play at this year's Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Welcome back to Thunder Bay on this Wednesday night, our featured game. 2 teams with 4 wins. Sturmay is 4-2. That's Selena from Edmonton. And then there is Nancy Martin from Saskatoon. She's 4-3. So this is her last round robin game. Alberta and Sturmay opened with a single. Saskatchewan now with last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones in 2. Deanna Doig.
I don't think you can hurt it, but I think it's there.
Second appearance for her. Played with Penny Barker back in 17. Struggled that year when it was a full round robin. That team went 1-10.
No. Needs to grind.
Okay. Good throw. 4-5.
Good.
What did you get? 14, 4-5.
And it goes around the
Just a little
center and to
wider.
the just the side of the button.
Completely different path. I wouldn't trust that time. Okay. Selena's.
Kathy.
Well, it's one of those situations where when Rachel Homan is on, she's found draw weight and she's risking a lot, but she had to draw to the forefoot, had no problem doing that, and that's her single. And they ran it up and down in the New Brunswick BC game, and it was a miss by PEI on her final stone, ticked the guard, and Skurlik stole one. If Veronica had gotten through the hole, it was 3.
Thank you, Kathy.
I wait for my cue, Victor. You've trained me. Don't speak unless spoken to.
Just like a parent.
How's it going?
I think so too.
I never had that pleasure.
I was shocked. Kind of wait.
What a wonderful freeze. Not shot rock, but that'll do the job for now.
Speed should be good here, like similar to this way.
I like this call, Russ.
Split?
Yeah, she briefly thought about maybe let's try ripping this double peel, but you split these yellows on. All of a sudden, it's a very lonely red.
Down.
We talked about the Saskatchewan team loving the mixed doubles game. Nancy plays it a lot. Shaylin Stewart at third does. Kadrienne a lot, certainly. She's a former Canadian mixed doubles champion with her husband, Colton. No.
Okay, go.
Got it in, though, and buried. Opens up the shot rock, or the red one, I mean.
Yeah, they wanted to hit a little bit more of it to have access to the button, but still plays.
I think so. I think you can throw really similar weight. No deeper than top 4. Okay, she said tight's fine.
Okay, you got it.
Do we think it's...
Like the path is the same here, so you can adjust from that.
Almost out to middle 12 foot here. It's really good curl.
No shortage of curl on the other side either.
Yeah, that's right. It's
no problems getting buried.
Desiree Haas, a former Canadian junior silver medalist back in 2016. Lost to Mary Fay of Nova Scotia.
Hard, help her. Hard. Top 8. Hard. Hard. You have a good one. Go. Do it.
Very nice. 4-8.
Boy, that was a talent that decided to leave the game. Mary Fay. They were touting her as the next really great curler to come out of the East Coast.
More. I think
And,
we waited.
just read recently
We didn't.
that she graduated from Dalhousie.
Oh, great.
She's now a doctor, Mary Fay.
If we peel
So
across.
congratulations to her if she happens to be watching.
Switch.
trying to get at that top red one, I guess. Can't see too much of this.
Yep. Hard. Okay,
Shaylin Stewart, here we go. And they'll take the high one.
Really nice throw, Cage.
Shot rock is Saskatchewan. Side of the button, side of the pin.
Halfway.
Okay, try and stay on this side of center.
Okay.
Interesting situation. You could try to lock another one, but that allows Saskatchewan to blast.
Yes, for sure.
There's still a lot of yellow in play. Maybe guard for a while.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty tempting to make a move on Selena's last, maybe. You're happy with the force here. There's really no way for Nancy to score 2, but could put some pressure on late this end.
Tight.
I think you have to guard a couple times.
Right.
We go 2.5. 2.5. Weight's close. Okay, does not need to maybe curl at that. Just stay close. Halfway. Curl. Hard page. Whoa. Good. 7-6.
Selena, our last one.
I guess that, hey?
Might be able to see enough of the shot rock to pick it clean, too. There's that option. Can't see a ton of it, though.
Got it, Shay.
Yep, hard.
Yep,
Hard, really hard.
You got it, whoa, Cage.
Shaylin Stewart again gets the top one.
Same. You ever lock another one on? Nice, get at that. I don't know.
I think one more, no? One more in.
I think what happens
She still has a lot of
when
cleanup
you've
to
made
do.
2 perfect freezes, you just assume you can do it again. Heavy would be awful.
Top 8. Yeah, for top 12, that's
I said I don't mind it on Selena's. I just, right now,
Yeah.
I think Nancy's happy that they're coming in. And if you're,
Yes.
you know your opponent's happy with your call.
Yeah, because they got that tight yellow one. They've got one more try to blow this up.
The former Canadian and world junior champion with Kelsey Rock is Danielle Schmiemann.
Top 4. Clean. Curl. T-line. Curl. Top 4. Curl. Top 4, top 8. Curl. Hard does. Top 8. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Hard. Full 8. Whoa. You're good. You're good. Really nice.
Oh, is that ever nice curling? That's 3,
4-9.
Vic.
Good sweep. What was it? 4-9. Yours that we froze was a 4-8. Judge. Good throw.
Nancy's going to have to guard here pretty soon.
No kidding. Well, they're going to blast this and
Going to leave 2 red for sure.
I think it was just a bit softer.
And it's late.
You were, yeah.
Curl though. Like
I'd be tempted to hit the guard back.
Half rock.
a whole rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a good throw here.
You got it.
I'll throw this one a little more clean.
You wouldn't put up another guard. I mean, I'm thinking through if
You could.
if you play the guard, will you not still have a chance to draw with your last one for a possible
Yeah,
2?
yeah, right. Albeit is almost impossible. At least you've got your 1 in the bank.
It doesn't get through.
Sorry, girls.
Really interesting situation. Because you
dear.
guard it. Nancy guards. Nancy still scores. If you tap it to sit 2 or 3, it gives Nancy a chance to get out of it.
Throw one
I
guard
think
and then me.
tight show her some on that side. Like I also want to try and block this draw.
Well, yeah, I feel like she still has this draw for 2.
Yeah. Like just biting center. She wants to try and hammer that corner.
I don't know if
Good
she
try
would.
tap,
Well,
tap.
yeah, I guess so. Okay, I don't mind tight then.
It's either that
Or you're moving
we're
it.
killing it.
Yeah.
I don't hate either.
I think she's looking at a lot if we kill it, but I don't know what she does if we go tight. Like, do you think she ever just tries to set a draw, like put something in there
Not
she
if
can
I'm edge on
use?
edge, because then I can hammer it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good with the guard if you like it.
Even, yeah, like biting 12.
Okay.
I like this.
Let her take a crack at the
Dropping in on Brown and Adams after they blanked the first, Kathy.
And Brown is the shot stone. Melissa Adams' final stone. She was trying to corner freeze because she could not remove it. And it is the red stone in front of it, but it is second shot. And so with that over curl, it allows Corinne Brown to draw for 2. Needs 8 foot.
Line's good.
Corinne Brown and the team from the Kamloops Curling Club.
Try and lock it. Okay. More line.
Coming off a 7-5
Curling,
loss
it's
this
going
morning
now.
to Team Canada and Rachel Holman.
Line's good. We're almost in. In is okay.
And skating and finally stopping. Now it looks 1 for sure, obviously.
Curling quite a
Looks
bit.
like it could be 2, Kathy.
Might be 2. Yep, seems to be.
Sorry,
Thank you.
just saying it would run better because it was further out.
Over curling, I'd like it to stop. Just let it stop.
tight. Just tight.
No, curl.
Yep, curl hard.
Curl, 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 curl. Hey, we're getting down a lot. 5-7. Yeah. That's what we said.
It's an interesting position because the outturn draw gets it's a little bit harder. If Nancy tries to blast, which I doubt she would, she's in big trouble.
Yeah.
Or draw here.
I mean, that's
we're
your
leaving
last.
that easy, right?
Yeah, I know.
No.
I think the draw would be your last shot. So
Yeah.
I think we have to do something here. It's either.
Could try to blast them. Should,
How many go, do you think?
Well, they're going to come off of here at least.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Those aren't really going to
We could try to guard, but we got to take them both away. We got to take the run
know.
and this, and that's hard. So I think this is it.
Nancy can't throw it quite as hard as a Rachel Holman, so this one probably doesn't go very far. Nancy is right, though, because you're hitting the second on an angle, and this is off to the left a little bit. It will go that way. This one will spin a little bit, but I think you will end up with
right in front of it, right?
That one over here, that one over there, and the top one there, that kind of type of thing. And there's still, of course, the yellow's long gone, so she's still in a pile of trouble.
But, okay, I'm watching this and I'm going, Joe, why? And I'll tell you why I'm asking. Saskatchewan has got one, they got the last rock. You're going to blow it up, almost helping them.
Yeah.
So why don't you just guard it?
That's what they're talking about right now. I think you have to guard.
I wasn't sure what you guys were talking about, so.
Yeah.
You're going to make the shot for them.
Yeah, and you're looking at 3 on your last.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good spot. Anywhere kind of in here. On this side of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a nice guard because the guard's a little offline, so if Nancy guards the right hand 8-foot rock, that raise is still there.
Yep.
Yeah. It's okay.
I think it's a little less.
Smart rock positioning.
Think here. Like
Yeah, I think they're trying to overlap a little bit, so tuck a little bit behind it so that Selena doesn't have either option. But if they happen to not hook it, there's no risk for Selena to just...
None whatsoever.
I mean, you might open up the draw a little bit more, but that draw is still really precise.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Like a 50 kick, 40 kick.
Spots just.
Well, Kayla Skurlik from Calgary is in the best position of all the teams at that 4-win record, and she's playing Prince Edward Island and Jane DiCarlo, and it's Veronica Main who throws the 4th stone.
Well, Veronica was facing 2 on her first. She tried to draw and was light, and so Kayla, in creative scoring, couldn't get in, and so she hit and rolled off one of hers outside of the house to lie 3. Needs the 4-foot, Veronica does, to score.
Nice shot, V-Ron. 14 floor. Nope.
There's your single.
Absolutely,
Nice
just
shot, Veronica.
stopped.
What a spot in that middle. I don't even know. Make sure this goes, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
Feel?
Okay. Think yours will curl at all? Maybe a hair?
Maybe a sliver. Maybe a hair more than
Yeah,
like
I see it curling a hair.
They had to stay on that Saskatchewan. I think you can get enough of this yellow to get the red, and obviously that yellow goes, all 3 reds stay, and if you throw it hard enough, the yellow comes off that top red that away.
I think you can touch down out of my hand.
You need to be tight to the guard, though.
Half is close, yeah. Okay.
You get a little less than half, you might not move all the yellows very far. All the reds, I should say, kicking the back yellow. So hit it thick.
So final stone for Selena Sturmay.
Yep. Hard.
Cage Fatley staying on it. Got it by. No. She crashes on the guard, and so they will get a chance for a possible 2.
Oh boy, what that would have been the perfect ending to a perfect end. That would have been one of the best setups for a steal I've seen in a long time.
Maybe it wasn't throwing them as bad as I thought.
So what will this tell you,
Okay.
Joe? You said Nancy Martin, who
All right.
plays all those
Put in at the end. Okay.
mixed
I
doubles
think that other
games.
pass, you're coming across where
This
those
is
rocks are right now.
automatic,
Yeah,
or
I
should be for her, right?
In theory, yes. This week,
I don't think it'll be much
no, but it
slower,
would be a
like, I still think I like
huge help in her confidence, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Even
I'll
just
give
to be
you
close
45
on
for
this.
LSU.
Yeah,
Like that
close
little
is
bit
an
more?
awfully good shot, because this is next to impossible, right? You know, there's no room there.
Oh,
It's the draw of the button path, though.
that was not helpful.
Good thing you checked.
I felt it turn. Okay.
Final stone has
We're
one.
there right now.
We're out further,
On
Shay.
the
We're out
board.
further.
We're still there.
Needs
Yeah,
everything
room,
she
but
can
getting tight.
see
Still there.
Yeah.
of the
got
button.
room.
Whoa.
Just sweep for T-line.
Curl.
One,
Wait's
two.
very
It's
close.
gonna need to curl.
Curl if anything.
Yeah, knife it. Knife
Stewart,
it, knife it.
help it over.
Okay.
And no,
Okay.
it won't make it there, so
Really good
they'll
try,
have to
good
settle
try.
for the single.
One yellow.
One it is, ladies. Thank you. Through 2 on this Wednesday night at Scotties. We're tied at 1. This all started last Friday night, of course, our opening evening. Now here we are on Wednesday with one more day of round robin to go tomorrow before we sort out the top 3 teams in each pool that'll advance to the playoffs. We're tied at 1 in our feature on this Wednesday night. Selena Sturmay, number 12 in the country, against Saskatchewan's Nancy Martin, number 22. And we're tied at 1, and so it will be the team from Edmonton that does have last rock. We have the Hammer playing the Redstones. So staggered guards up front, and the Shot Rock is now sitting back edge of the 4.
Top 4.
3 brilliant freezes from Alberta last end, lined up the whole shebang, and Selena gets by in her last one. Nancy's drawn against 3 buried rocks.
Curl. Yeah, you can go. Pull 4. Hard, Danielle. Pull 4. Yep. Go. Good. Nice speech. What do you think here? 14 on this.
One of our keys was not behind the tee line, so that could haunt Sturmay, that first one.
It's pretty close.
Okay, might be fresh here.
Line's good.
Line's good. Room right now, Shay. Room.
Line's
It's ready.
good.
We're sliding
Line.
okay.
Whoa.
Top 4.
Running.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Top. Close.
Curl.
Top button.
Curl.
Top button.
Curl.
Joy trying to help this over.
Back 4.
And
Nice
all on
throw,
its
atta
own.
girl.
She'll help get it there, and it'll slide a little deep as it
Great shot.
stops just back of the button.
He's good.
That's been the story for Saskatchewan. They as long as they get something out front, if you put one in behind, you're dead.
1-0 Team Canada leads Nunavut, and this is the final stone for Julia Weigel. Makes Ottawa home, but is the skip of this team from Iqaluit.
Rachel Homan threw a 6-second blaster and removed 2 stones and moved another one aside. Does lie 2 in the 4-foot for Julia. No draw path to get in, so trying to come off a stone out in the wings and roll into the 4-foot to catch a piece of the hearts for the single.
Lee, hard.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. And just grinds to a halt, and it's a steal of 1.
Great try.
Super.
It's a return, of course, for Nunavut. Last year they did not field a team. There are 3 clubs now in
Here we go, one.
the territory, one in Rankin Inlet, and the other one in Cambridge Bays, as well as the one in Iqaluit.
A little less.
More.
Top 8.
Lots of room.
Line's good.
Oh, Shay. Whoa.
Line's good.
Whoa. Where?
Top 8.
Top 4.
Yep.
Top
Where do you
4.
want it?
Just top 4. Just
Whoa.
top 4.
Whoa.
Whoa. No. Okay. That's fine.
Just got
Slid a
caught.
lot.
Second one down the path. You can hear Deanna commenting. It slid a lot more.
Quite a bit.
Top 4 is where you'd like it, would have liked it.
Yes. Still decent.
That's tough. Okay, I don't mind the red one then.
Yeah.
This might be
Think
the
I'm
best
seeing it just
move,
here.
Joy, if you can stick it
Kill this one.
on top of the frozen one.
Planter right there. Okay. Yeah. 11.5. Yep. You got it, Jess.
It's good. 11.5. Curl.
Desiree Haas,
11. Really got to curl.
Paige Paplik.
Hard. Go. Hard, Paige. Hard. Go. You're close. Hard.
Never looked up. And the angle raise will get rid of shot stone, and They'll hold the shooter too.
10-8. Yeah. What was it? 10-8. Sorry, bad judge. I said weight was close.
What?
I said weight was close, but it was not.
No, I was like, it didn't curl.
No, it was a 10-8.
I didn't mind that curl.
No, it was probably good.
Just that weight-sensitive aspect to the ice, a little
you've
bit
been close.
extra weight,
Yeah.
just not going to catch the curl.
You need a little more like
Yeah.
55, 60.
Not a bad result. Alberta's now shot. It's just Saskatchewan is going to try to make the freeze, really narrow down the scoring area.
Yep. Heads up. Where? Yep. Top 8. Yep.
Top 4. Top 4.
Do it. Whoa, whoa, just do it. Yep.
Kaylin Stewart
Yes. Hard.
coming the other way
Okay, good.
and up to the corner.
I don't want to overshoot that, so
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Third.
Thick double.
Probably half though. Half's really good.
If you
Okay.
get it really
You go either
thin,
way, do it.
you'd shoot the shot rock back into the back yellow. But I guess the top double's the call.
Closer to third without. Okay. You got her. Should just stay
Hit it right where the
there,
broom
I feel
is.
like, with this one. I think so. You got her.
Should do much down here, Joe.
I don't think so. This side does curl a little
Yeah.
bit more, but it seems like in this arena, the out turns as a whole just run a little straighter than the in turns. Especially with that peel weight.
Yep. Hard.
Danielle Schmiemann, Papley. Here we go. 1, 2,
Really good.
and sit right there.
Oh, look at the angle too.
The red on the top of the button is going straight back onto the yellow back 4.
Nice. I was surprised I didn't. Like, we're back to being able to hold things on the out turn.
Yeah. I
No, I was
almost
like,
asked for
my
less
second
ice
one
'cause I
was
was
big.
like-
I was 10 it's supposed to be 11 points.
it can't be wide.
Like, I really didn't like.
Is this ever precise for us? You're just coming and trying to freeze on the side
Similar,
of shot rock,
hair
top
more.
4.
Okay.
More.
To the red one, yeah.
Yeah.
Can wait right now.
That's what they do for a living, though, eh, this team?
Okay. Can't
Try
move
it.
this really.
You don't want to move the yellow that's frozen here.
Oh,
Still out there.
No. Sit. Curl.
Okay.
Just in time. If that
Gotta
yellow's
be
3
knowing
inches
you
to the
can
right,
play
you
whatever way.
blast them
Come
all.
back this one.
Yeah.
Hack? Or back line?
I think just back line.
Okay.
Not a bad spot, isn't it? Because you can't remove it. So
I changed my mind. Hack.
the very best that Alberta can do is probably nose it, which might leave something.
You are.
Yeah,
Nice
might
hack.
leave a pocket for Nancy to
Yes.
draw to. I don't really see anything else for Alberta, though.
No, and you can't get to the inside. The red one's in the way. You unlock that free situation, get it next time maybe.
Big. Yep. We're big. Hard. Hard line. Whoa, big.
Careful, there's a ton of weight.
Whoa,
Danielle Schmiemann. As Ray Haas.
Close. Whoa. Keep going, yeah, Dad's hard.
You're good.
And unlocks things. So now that
11-6. Yep. Full chaos.
Yeah.
Probably okay.
red double goes right into the pocket of those yellows.
Yes.
I could have
Yeah. If you nudge it.
Nancy can also freeze
Just
to the
yeah.
pocket, and there goes the whole end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we gotta play this.
Just pocket.
Yeah,
I think.
pocket.
Right in the middle, I think your second
gotta-
shot, if you're Saskatchewan.
Yeah,
a
which
little
and
bit to nudge it
unremovable.
away. Like not dead freeze, right?
You're okay.
I'd
to
like
dead
to
freeze,
do
but
that.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just there.
There.
Yeah.
So you're just throwing like T-line though, right?
Back button.
Back. Okay.
It's freezing
The lady
pocket.
who has it all in her hands has all the advantage against the four
Does nothing goes anywhere.
win teams. Kayla Skurlik from Calgary against PEI.
Yeah.
And she's being forced. Kayla tried to hit and roll underneath the guard on her first and just nosed it. That allowed Veronica to do the same. Needs to stick around. Second shot is PEI's.
A little tighter.
Yep. Okay, I like that.
I like that.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yes, that will be a steal.
Yeah, and she had been hitting very well, 83% on her hits for the week.
Shoot.
All right. Great end, guys. Good job.
I think that's smart not to like. I think.
Yeah, I just don't believe that's a permanent hand.
Whoa,
right?
whoa. We're gonna to go. Whoa. Top.
Well, right now.
Top four. Top four.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Hard. Really hard. Really hard.
What happened to that?
Don't roll too far.
I think it might have grabbed something,
I
Russ.
had
There
to.
was no panic online.
Had to.
Is it enough weight?
What?
Weight come off a bit different? Like, was it enough weight or no?
I liked it. I just think we had to be on it.
Like right away?
Yeah.
Is
Had
that
no run.
In that tighter line, it's gonna get there.
Yeah, I
is
think
that a continuation of her struggles though? Is that
probably. I guess Joanna did. She the last two games, it wasn't like she's been all season with draw weight for sure. I think she just missed the path there, got in tight.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So if she does anything with this, it's gonna be against.
That's true.
We're gonna have a shot for 3
That's
at
true.
least, probably. She's probably just guarding.
Yeah. I
Do
guess
we
the other
ever
thing is try and
break the bank? Yeah.
wiggle through. Yeah, try and get both and wiggle through.
I don't hate that. It's just if you ever shoot the hole, I'm not confident that's great.
Yeah. I'm good with either. I think we're either bump through the hole or we're trying to hit
What do you like, Des?
Do you think this is there? Like
Yeah.
the out turn?
I think it's there with bump. It's just, it's that or you're trying to shoot the hole with PL or breaking the bank. And
can you see enough, Russ, of that stone top
like where you're making noise on
4
these or we're
foot
getting
just to
both
the
of
left of center line? You got enough there to play the double angle.
Just if
Yeah,
we
you
get
know,
both, I
you
want it to shoot right
probably
down,
with a
kind of
back 4 foot, you might be able to get enough of that.
I think
You only have to tap the yellow a couple inches to sit two.
I think this will curl a hair off the line.
This is interesting play. I assume they're coming through the hole, and if they break the bank, which I've never heard before,
I
if
even
they,
don't hate just playing for the hole.
Play for the hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
if they hit the tightest one, the one on the right, yellow on the right, you get the backside of the other one, it's going to be close to coming back and into that pile. Through the hole, I think, is the best result. That's not a big port.
To hit which one? The red on the left?
You would hit half the red on the left, which would kill both yellows, and your red would spill in and sit 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back down.
Must look pretty small from the hack.
Yeah.
That hole
Selena's
just
heading
looks
back down.
massive from that end.
Looks massive.
I think I like bump.
If you hit the right-hand one first, you could also carry in.
Yeah, the 8 first. I don't love that.
Do you want to throw a bump then through the hole?
I think I'm going to do bump with max rotation, so if we do clip one, I at least have a chance of kicking.
Okay.
There.
Okay. You got her.
Tempted to throw more weight, because if you do jiggle, the shooter's got some power to get in there.
Yeah, she says she's going to throw max rotation, so extra spin would help her shooter if she happens to clip one of these
Yes.
guards. I don't think that hole looks very big.
It is officially not very big.
It's
But
a little more than a stone.
Yeah, you got an inch, inch and
Really?
a half on either side. You could throw this perfect and miss it 6 times out of 10. Just on the brushing.
Whoa! Whoa!
Selena Sturmay
Whoa! Whoa! Yep!
with her first here in 3. Can you get through this hole?
Hard!
Papley.
12! Hard!
Papley staying with it.
Hard! Go!
Is it there? Can you get through? No. No, no.
That's okay.
It's a good throw. Yeah, just light.
Yeah. Oh, good throw, Selena.
This team's so close to putting a good end together.
Ah, good throw.
Got a little more than I thought it would. I mean, it was 12, but
Yeah.
I thought we could hold it a little better.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Okay, so do we like
So
just
we
a
were
little more
here.
ice? Just
I
here?
think you need a little more, yeah. Okay.
Fortunately for Team Sturmay, they took the wrong guard. In hindsight, if you'd... Well, I guess Nancy could get him with the out turn too, but
Similar weight.
Yeah. This is a hair more ice.
Yeah, so it should run a little bit better.
Okay.
assuming Nancy got into the slower path, now she's got enough ice that she's in the quicker stuff. She doesn't want to make too big an adjustment speed-wise. Can't hit the outside of the top red.
Little more. Back 4.
Back 4.
Nancy Martin and her final stone here in 3.
Whoa, curl,
Needs to
Shay.
curl.
Curl.
Hard curl, Shay.
Hard curl.
Gotta curl. Gotta curl.
Shaylin Stewart.
Hard
Hard,
curl.
hard, hard.
Watch out now. You may just help their cause here.
That was so predictable, Vic.
You did.
Nancy thought she was light on the first one. She was only light because she missed the fast path. She readjusted speed in a good spot. And without throwing that, she was 2 shots better.
She's got.
Oh, you're thinking weight. I don't think you're touching this one. I don't think we need to. Like, we're already sitting 3, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're
I just
sitting
don't know how
3.
to get my
That or
4th
you
point.
have to try and come this way.
Straight
probably.
draw, Joe?
You have
Yep,
that
I think
draw,
just
too.
that wide out
That
turn
is
draw.
really tough.
Try to get T-line.
Certainly the safest. You don't
I
have
don't
to be
think we
playing
need to throw
around
weight at this
with
one.
that yellow one.
Okay.
You just see that
But
happening,
you could
Joe.
try and,
Could
like,
you just come
visual
off the
your
side
wing
yellow here and roll in?
Like hack?
The one that was just thrown, yeah.
Yeah, like if you
Yeah.
can come
Yeah,
back to it,
I
it's
call that the
probably
double
4.
adjust. So her first
Yeah.
one was narrow and then it was light and it crashed.
I think
But
that's close.
she just had to
If
get
yours was
wider and
bump.
probably throw similar weight.
Right.
But she got wider and threw more.
Right.
So the double adjust, it was just too much.
And got the good stuff.
But that's how it can really mess with you in arena conditions if you don't know exactly what happened to a rock, and that's where her struggles have come.
Probably like a 12-5.
They're coming off that yellow.
Yes. A little scary. You got to make sure you get to the inside. The back red's safe, so you just get to the inside, you get your 4.
Already sitting 3. Alberta's Selena
13.
Sturmay
Close.
trying to make it 4.
Curl. Yep. Curl. Curl. Soft pack.
Pause.
Curl. 13. Curl. Curl.
Hard does.
Here we go. Roll it in. There. Oh, now have a look.
He's close.
And I'm not sure now. They got their 3. There's no doubt about that. There they are. And I think this one here at around 4 o'clock would be your 4th shot.
Yeah, this yellow's for sure closer. Huh?
Thank you.
Green, yeah.
I don't think so.
Good one.
Good eye there.
There you go. Sturmay picks up 3 on this Wednesday night in Thunder Bay. We're going to run this back. Here we go. Got it. Got 1, got 2. Want to touch them all. Get them all, and she does. Shaylin Stewart.
Whoa.
He's got to get a piece. Oh, and picks it out. 8-ball corner pocket. Beautiful. Oh, what a shot. Caitlin Laws. Beautiful double.
Should go right out of the rings.
Oh, look at that. For a bundle. Got this. Bang, bang. Oh, my. Oh, my. Look at this. Count them up. 5. Final stone. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Got it. Oh, here we go. Oh, goodness. Oh, great, Kate. Final stone here in 6. Now, Burgess. Here we go. Bang, bang. Oh, wow. Look at this for 3.
Saved
How
it.
do you like that? So with the draw tonight and then 3 tomorrow, let's take a look at what's happening in Pool A. Our pool is on the ice right now. We know Rachel Holman is going to qualify with 6 straight wins. The key to look at right now, if it ended, Skurlick would get the place because she has beaten both Brown and Sturmay. All important for Martin here to pull out a win. McCarville still has an outside chance, but the combinations are ridiculous to think about. Pool B, Inglis top of the table, St. George, Einarson. If it ended right now, Einarson would get 3rd spot because earlier today she beat Christina Black. And those numbers that you see on the side are the distances for the last rock draw. So if you get a number of teams, say 3 teams at, let's just pick a number, 5 and 3, and they've all beaten each other, then they would go to that last rock draw to determine who advances. Well, right now it's all Sturmay and the team from Edmonton. They put 3 on the board, lead at 4-1 as we welcome you back to Thunder Bay on this Wednesday night of the Scotties, Saskatchewan and Nancy Martin with Last Rock here in the fourth playing the Yellowstones.
Desiree, Danielle for the Alberta team, 92% each, and some of them are really tough finesse shots in good spots. It's really been the difference here, putting a ton of heat on Martin.
We spent so much time talking about the Saskatchewan drawing ability, but Danielle and Desiree have been just so precise.
Saskatchewan got rid of the guard but didn't save their own, so smart call here, just eliminate the corner guard.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Really hard.
Gotta go.
Hard, Danielle.
Straight up. Easy roll to center.
And roll to center they do. Oh, wow.
Changes things.
Now we could draw. Lost the corner guard anyways.
Okay. Weight's good here.
Yep.
It's good here.
Yeah.
Is that an automatic thing, Russ? Somebody said, well, now we'll draw because we lost the corner guard. Is that, would you never put the guard back? Or?
Yeah, well, you could. You certainly could, especially this early. We're still in second stones rocks, but I think Nancy sees the old guard down the middle thing again, and this is what she loves to do. So, you know, this gets her with backing. She gets her in a pretty good situation here for Nancy.
Good, Kate.
That's good.
Yeah, you replace that corner guard. What's Alberta going to do? They might come around that stagger situation and sit two. So I don't mind coming around in this situation.
All Alberta
We don't
guards
make the
too.
hit and roll. We're giving up 2.
I'm okay with drawing. Yep.
Okay. Anywhere high is good as well.
Okay.
T-line. Okay. You got it.
Okay. Top 4-ish.
Yeah. Lions good.
Corinne Brown of Kamloops, BC against Melissa Adams from the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton.
Corinne froze on her first one to lie to. Melissa hit the open one, and Corinne did the same. So it's 2 that Melissa faces. Needs to hit and roll a little bit to the inside to get shot.
You got it. Lean on it.
And I don't know.
It's very close.
I don't think so.
What don't you think so that I don't know? I
No,
definitely don't know.
I think it's yellow, actually.
I think you should both run over, get the measure.
I think it's yellow. Yeah, they're going to measure, so we'll find out who's smart.
We're one though.
No one.
Yep.
Shaylin Stewart.
Weight's all there. Topping.
Another nice freeze by Alberta. They've had some great rock positioning so far in this game.
Curl.
Curl, Cage.
It's interesting in a
Back house.
little pregame chat with Selena Sturmay. I said, so what was the problem earlier in the event?
Okay.
Couldn't find draw weight to save their lives. But now they seem to have, right? And it turns things around. It's not only drawing for a point, it's drawing for rock positioning. Right? There's more to the game.
You need to put pressure on your opponent. And you often see as the round robin progresses, the athletes are finding all the trends. If you haven't been in a spot for a while, or if you've really cooked one up, you get better at anticipating what's going to happen.
If you're here, you could leave a half rock double.
Okay. You want to go with the intern?
It's just a
Like, I
couple
feel
feet
like I can
heavier.
get.
Like I'm seeing just a guard. We missed that top 12 by a lot.
Yeah.
No? I don't know.
I feel like I can
fully
get
cooked
fully
in
buried on it too. Like,
I
you don't
just
have to show her any of it.
At all.
2-1, Team Canada leading Nunavut, and Rachel Homan is setting in.
Julia Weigel faced 3 on her final stone, was trying to play a double and just ticked one of them over. It did move it out of the house, and that's why there's 2 currently in there belonging to Team Homan, but it is a draw for 3 to the paint.
Here. Same line as yours, Sarah. Good feet. Sorry, guys.
And there's your draw for 3. So their conversion rate actually yesterday was up around 67, if I'm not mistaken.
Crazy.
They're down to 59 now. That's second, number 1 team converting Quebec.
We're top 8. Close then. Top 4. 3.
It's a little
Top 4.
tricky spot to get this, but they've been doing so well with these freezes. Lock this top button.
Curl. Keep going. Go. Beauty.
Nice curling.
5-3.
Alberta's doing to Saskatchewan what Saskatchewan likes to try to do to the opponents. Got them on the run here.
Nice shot.
Shay, you got it.
To the stick.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep, you got it.
Hard.
Hard, Cage. Hard.
Cage ran a lot. Bang, bang. Oh, and runs it back. Rearranges everything. And it appears now that it is Saskatchewan. Shot rock back 4.
good.
Yep.
Really good.
Great shot.
Good throw.
How'd you get shot rock out of that?
Job.
Tough to get at the yellow, too.
Probably your easiest way. Seeing 9-5 just to make sure I have enough speed to get there.
It is their easy shot, isn't it? You can't do anything with the red one at the tee line.
And Kathy, they measure
They
and guess. And who was right? Who was right?
The official who pointed to the Yellowstone. So BC did steal 1, and it's all tied up with PEI and
9-5.
Alberta Skrillex.
Thanks, Kathy.
Yeah. Okay. Just roll there? Yeah, big roll. Okay.
Probably, if you got to pick the double here, you'd almost want to hit your own, and then you stay frozen on top of the yellow.
That's actually a good point.
I'm sure they take the yellow too.
Oh yeah, or even just roll towards the 4 foot there.
Right.
9-2. Gotta go.
Okay. It was good. It was a good throw. It was just less ice. Okay.
It's trouble now for Team Alberta.
How did
just
that
like
happen?
that.
Yeah. They had 4 red down the middle, 1 frozen.
2 shots later here, Nancy Martin has a double to sit 3.
I feel like, yeah, I like that.
And all set up by
Coming
that
up a
last
little,
stone
aren't
of
they?
Yeah.
Kaylin Stewart.
Incredible.
So 9.
9.
At your point, even if they'd rolled that red one a foot, it eliminates the back yellow.
They are curling here.
Yeah, might move a little.
Think that's enough? I don't want to get pointing mine. Just a little.
When you were on the ice,
Looks good.
Joe, this is a moment to my mind that I think is very
like
important
I want to get
for
like a hair low.
for Saskatchewan and Martin. They realize their own position, but you know, as we talked about with Carrie Anderson last night, again today, there comes a shot, there comes a moment in a game when you go, this is what really could turn us around, and I think this is one of those for her.
Yeah, and you see Nancy's talked a long time in the hack, really set it up in her head. This would be huge if she can make it.
One of those turning point moments. If you can suddenly angle this back and be sitting 3 like that. So now you wonder what this will mean going forward if they can put a multiple point in together.
Fun, Nance. Good one.
Good speed out of Nancy there.
Yeah. And good weight. didn't run like I thought it would. Like it ran straighter than I thought.
Yeah, she's pointing hers.
Yeah. It's not curling that much there. Okay.
No.
Yeah, you threw that really well, and that was like 8-9.
It's not the hardest double in the world. The back one
Curl up a tiny bit.
could jam.
Based on those.
That was, I thought. Now I don't know if Deanna Doig was referring to Nancy's earlier shots, throws. She was saying you're pointing them. She said that was really clean.
Yeah, I think they were. Shailene asked Nancy in the hack if she was pointing hers, and the pointing must mean being a little soft, like pointing it over, just to get a good idea of how the spot was going to run. And Deanna was just confirming that.
Hard to believe this end's turned that much.
Yeah, this double could jam, hey Russ?
No question.
Final stone for Selena Sturmay. Right now it is Saskatchewan sitting 3. So looking to get the 3 right back. Pat play. Here we go. Bang, and drives it through.
I drug this in with my foot. I think it was like here. It wasn't in the rings, I'm very certain. I think that was biting.
Caught that red with her foot on the way by.
I don't know.
It's important because the red hit's a little tougher depending on where that ends up.
Sometimes you can see the ring of where the rock was.
Okay.
The officials are usually in the mix, kind of keeping an eye on where all the rocks are.
I don't know where it was.
There you go. Nancy will
I
check.
want to say it was like a. It's pretty close. Like just enough, yeah. So this was basically
Up to the non-offending team to kind of decide where it was.
You got to get just across.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Not the easiest
Even a little less?
hit.
I like
Anything
a little
wide
less.
could jam.
Yeah. You want to hear more
Don't
then?
want to flirt with crashing on the guard here. I heard 10. That's kind of a control weight. I thought they might throw a little bit less. Oh, firm bump, yeah. So it'll be a little bit more manageable on the sweep.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of air here.
I gotta get the weight right here so that it can finish, but we don't want to touch that guy, right? So
Hit
just a
hair
nice
inside. Yep.
bump.
There you got it. You got it.
Final stone. Chance for 3.
Up.
Nancy
Close.
Martin.
Close.
Hair down.
Whoa! Whoa!
Close. Curl. Curl. Hard curl.
Locked.
Hard.
Watch out. Don't jam it. Oh, she touched it on the way by, but no harm done.
3.
And 3 it is. What a response. You give up 3. You take 3. We're tied on this Wednesday night at Thunder Bay. We're getting close. Getting close to the final round robin draws, and that comes your way tomorrow. Every game, as I mentioned earlier, takes on this added importance. And this one for both these teams. This is the final round robin game for Nancy Martin of Saskatchewan out of Newtana. Comes in with a record of 4-3. 4-4 will likely, and I'm just thinking out loud here, likely be on the outside looking in. If she could finish at 5-3 with a win, while Selena Sturmay is 4-2 and really fighting for her life because she knows she's already dropped games to BC Brown and to Alberta Skirler. So it's really a must win for her too. As we welcome you back on this Wednesday night. What a nice 3 that was, a reply by Saskatchewan. We're tied at 4. We go to the 5th, and it's Alberta and Sturmay with Last Rock playing the Redstone.
Sure. Okay.
Can also play bumper if you want, or hack.
That's what I was thinking, like a hack.
Yeah, it's like a hack and kind of
Sit nose.
move them.
Just hack.
Sorry.
Advantage Alberta with these draw placement again.
Never end.
Back
Yep.
line.
Little bit.
Whoa!
Close to hack.
Whoa!
Close to hack.
Whoa, no!
Whoa!
Curl! Okay. Close to something.
All right, let's update the game between Alberta, and that is Kayla Skurlik out of Calgary, as she plays Jane DiCarlo from the Crapo Community Center, and that's in Prince Edward Island. And remembering, of course, it's Veronica Main, Kathy, that does throw the 4th stone.
Well, there was a yellow stone biting the back of the 12-foot. That was Veronica's first. Tried to bury around the guards, went deep. And so Kayla blocked off the path. For Veronica, a nose hit will not give her shot. She has to roll about, she has to roll inside anyways.
Centimeters or inches?
Oh, about 17 centimeters.
Look out.
Catch it.
Sit out. And that spills too far, so that's 1 and 2.
I think it's going to be
I do too.
Any thicker.
Yeah, 2 red. 2 red. Yeah.
2 red it is.
2 red.
So again, the key here tonight is Skurlik, also at 4 and 2. That would be a win for her, would give her that leg up in clinching a spot in the next round in the playoffs.
Whoa! Kate, it's pretty good. Good shot. Good, Cage. Nice throw.
I think so. Same kind of thing.
I think same thing. I would throw a hair more weight at it. That was probably back 4 does. Similar shot. Yep. Same weight. It's probably back 8. Yeah, this hair less.
Yellow at the back of the 4-foot's a little annoying for Team Alberta, hey?
Yeah, true.
Back to Brown and Adams. And 1 red stone back. That looks like it's Adams. Chance for a couple.
It is. Corinne Brown hit and rolled out on her final stone. There wasn't really a double, but she hoped to stick around, but did go too far. So looking for a bite of the 4-foot for the 2nd point.
Melissa Adams, the New Brunswick champions from the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton, in a 4th appearance for Adams, the former Canadian and World Junior champion.
Coming down. It's good. It's good.
Looks good.
Yep, it's good.
Just walk it in.
It's good. It's all there. It's good. Great.
Very nice.
Oh. What was that?
Yeah.
Just
I'm running to the bathroom.
bump. Hack. Let's go hack. Okay.
Should finish here. Should finish here.
I think it'll.
Like, good hack.
Hack. Yep. Yep.
It's a little soft.
Hard! Hard, Cage! Hard! Okay.
Saskatchewan coming back with that 3 in the 4th, and it was due to this lady, Shaylin Stewart. What a wonderful shot.
The last thing you want to do is have 2 buried rocks in there, and then you're 2 buried with the wrong color. So the only way this is going to be successful is to move 4 red rocks here. Bang, bang, double bang, rolls it over. Somehow gets shot rock frozen, partly buried. And as Joe said later, it queued up a double, which was then made for 3. They turned a -2 into a 3 with 1 rock.
The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together.
Hard! Hard! Really, really, really good. Hard! You gotta go hard, hard, hard. No roll. Okay, good. 10. 10. There's definitely
bad.
a spot there. Like,
No, I mean, Alberta's sitting 4, so they're not going to complain about it, but it just curled a little too much.
Yeah. You were leaving some type of double, triple anyways.
Yeah, and I mean, Saskatchewan will be looking to eliminate 2 here. Desiree's draw is 94%. She's been outstanding. Just surgical with her freezes.
Right on the X every time.
Good.
spin hard, Nance, hard.
tempted to roll wide side. I like that a lot. So if you roll to the
I think
left,
this will curl,
then there's a double made by Saskatchewan.
I think
Saskatchewan
it'll
rolls
curl,
out.
fresh. Okay.
A little less weight.
Finally get away from the center guards for Alberta here with Hammer.
Trying to add a bunch in a tie before going to the break.
Yours didn't do much. No. You're hit. Yeah.
I think the double across the face of the back one shooter will roll a little bit towards the center line.
Just slow.
Work towards grouping those stones and taking away the end from Alberta.
Again.
Trying to hit up the double or hit roll?
Yeah.
The double. You should roll it too, though, with the making the double, like with firm, right? You got it. Peel.
Nancy Martin celebrating her birthday earlier in the week. Her daughter were here from South Carolina to watch her. Stewart got one, stuffed it.
We even have to hit? No. Yeah, we're two.
Yeah, that's interesting too, right? You immediately think, oh, do I have to? No, you don't. But where do you go now, Joanne?
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it, yeah.
When you come around that corner, if you're light, does Nancy ever risk it and come around a stagger?
Wouldn't doubt it.
Steal the end.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Risky.
Yeah, the hit might be the play still.
Do we ever?
That's tough to get there.
I think I like drawing. I don't like hitting that.
If she comes around there where her broom is.
Might be a red double on the intern side.
Yeah, or a foot deep and Nancy's freezing. There was the end again.
It's hard to find a good spot here.
Edge on edge or a hair better.
Okay.
I can stand there.
Okay, you got her.
You never like to hit third shot, but if you ever just played a little hit and flop, it would keep the rings pretty wide open.
Yeah.
If this is a foot heavy or a foot light, it could leave something for Nancy to get out of it.
Absolutely.
I think so. We're thinking like for this spot a 5-ish. 5-2. Okay.
We just want like full 8, right?
Full 8. Yeah.
Okay. Piece buried.
Piece buried full 8, so kind of next to the red rock at the top of the house.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes, because
don't want to stagger them.
Right. If Nancy had put it there, it'd be hard to get it out. So.
Line's good.
Rely!
Sliding okay.
Not the best numbers, but tied at 4.
Try and get a piece.
It's the draw weight that has let her down.
Hard,
Pick this up right away.
Hard, get her in. Hard. You got it.
Wow. Go, let her down again. Jeepers.
16-2.
Boy.
That's what she said earlier in the week. She just had no draw weight.
Well, you're protecting in that situation. You don't want to be heavy and leave Nancy Martin a freeze to get out at the end. Just too far on the other side. It's an inner line, so that would have been a little bit fresh, even though it's the fifth end.
Sorry, Joe.
Probably
so
leave
in
a double
hindsight
most
I
now,
prefer the draw to that.
hitting the yellow and flopping is the right shot.
Well, I mean, you can't look at hindsight like that after a miss, Vic.
No.
That's so easy from up here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to roll to get shot.
Yeah.
But if your draw weight, I guess you never want to think about the issues
like?
may be having, but if draw weight is an issue, it's almost like managing yourself.
Yeah, you can't win a game at skip, though, if you can't draw, so I don't think you can run from it.
Even if you just peel it out, or you just draw. Like, they're both open about the same amount, so it's whatever side you're feeling or the draw.
Nancy might talk herself into the draw. She's not afraid to draw against a couple.
Like, they're sitting 2 right now.
I know.
The only danger is if you get it to the T line buried, there's a short run for 2.
Like on that guy?
Yeah. She has to do the double, but...
Like if we hit that, come look at this one.
I think we hit if we give up 2.
Like if we could get to here,
Yeah.
it's probably, it might not be shot still, but it's max 2.
Yeah. Just get rid of it. Just watch that back one.
You like this or?
Let's try this.
tied up.
So come in with the right
It's also roughly a half rock double if you wanted to throw speed at it.
Can't overthrow it here. It's like
No.
You'd hate
Kind of
to,
that same
Joanne,
back.
took a guard on the way here trying to get inside roll.
Yeah, I see this rolling out anyway, so might as well take her on the half rock double.
I think so.
I don't mind the draw either. Like
It's a thin one, mind you.
I don't mind it. I mean, she chases it this way, but then she shouldn't be shot there, right?
I think she wants to draw.
Try to get like a hair
I do
under,
too.
like
Yeah.
her have
Yeah. Curl it at the end once we're by.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so just hack.
Yep.
Got to really, really risk wrecking here and giving up 3 to get shot rock on the roll here.
Yeah, straight on the side. They shouldn't get much curl past the guard.
Whoa, whoa.
Hack, big hack.
Whoa.
Final stone for Saskatchewan. And Nancy Martin.
Curl.
Stewart's got her.
Curl.
Curl, Shay.
Hard curl. Anything you got.
And nothing.
Okay.
It's close, actually.
Not bad now.
I'll say it's that stone.
Good.
The
Pretty good.
Good talk.
Yeah.
Alberta stone is a shot.
Go around there a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's us, but it's close. But yeah, it's hard to hit it and get second anyways. So probably just drawing either way.
Yeah, you're
I think we
playing a draw
it's
one way or
close
the
enough.
other.
There. Okay, that's a little more than the last one. Yeah, I think we
Great
need more to
effort
get by
by
that
Nancy there. She made sure she got by.
Is the hair more ice? Should be the same speed out here, hey? I think it's gonna be close. Yeah, I think so too. We haven't really found a weird path yet. I feel. All right.
Are you a little spooked right now throwing this?
Yeah, she can't be overly confident for sure at this point.
It's a pretty big window to hit is the good news. Needs to be full 8.
T. Not curling.
Papley right, Haas left.
Line's great. Please
Schmiemann calling line.
Not curling. It's not curling much.
We're T-line. We're good. Just don't touch anything.
One for sure.
And that'll work for the single. And
It's very close.
Oh, yeah, I think it's just one. You want to measure?
Yeah, we can measure.
We'll measure.
okay, so the call for the measure.
Yeah.
Yes, please. It's us. In my opinion.
I actually think it's just one.
I thought it.
Oh, it was good. Already smashed it. They're like, how are you eating already? I'm like, you guys don't have pocket ham? Yeah.
Kathy, I just, you and I had a chance to talk with,
So far it's one. We're measuring for 2.
thank you very much,
Red,
with
yes.
Nancy Martin prior to the event starting and that first night. She just loves the game. Huh?
She does.
What it was the story with her and how she fell in love with it?
Well, she had her children early and they moved to Grande Cache in Alberta and just found herself very lonely. Didn't have a whole lot of friends because she had just moved there. And she said she went to the curling club 5 days a week as a social thing and started to throw a lot of rocks and just completely fell in love with the game. And then once her children were launched, it was something that she could do for her. And this passion for the game just continues.
So it was yellow. Just one for Sturmay. They take the lead to the break.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
Selena Sturmay and her team from the Sabo Community Sports Center in Edmonton pick up just a single after the measure. And so we go to the break, and they lead it 5-4. The numbers after 5.
And it looked like Alberta Sturmay was in control to start this game. They had a chance for 4 in the third, had to settle for the 3, and in the fourth with a big swing shot from Shaylin Stewart. Martin able to make a very delicate tap to get that 3 rate back. You look at Nancy still struggling with those draws, but the key here is Selena Sturmay just hasn't been able to capitalize on some really well set up ends from her team.
Yeah, that 44% just plays to her problem. Martin and her team from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon will have the last rock when we come back to Thunder Bay on this Wednesday night, the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
The Briar's special.
Just tradition. A celebration of Canadian curling.
Get loud, here we go.
It's everything.
Briar is epic.
Newfoundland wins.
Yeah, it just gets you fired up and ready to go to Kelowna, BC, starting February the 28th, a week this coming Friday. There's your two pools, familiar names. Yes, indeed. It's just going to be good. It's going to be flat out very, very good. I'm looking forward to it. Ah, yes, when you come to Thunder Bay, you have to think about this gentleman. The Iceman Al Hackner, the two-time Canadian, two-time world champion in 82 and 85. Also had a couple of silver medals. He was the dominant team in those early 80s.
Oh, for sure.
When you think about it. So.
And one of those shots in that vignette was Al with that incredible thin double.
Yeah, and then the other, Heather Houston, her Canadian championship here, and then backing it up with a Team Canada win. Saw her the other night, so nice to catch up. It's one of the, say this all the time as we welcome you back on this Wednesday night, one of the truly nice things. You see people maybe once every 3-4 years, and then it's just like yesterday. And yeah, it's really wonderful. As we continue on this Wednesday night, here in Thunder Bay, the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the single by Alberta Sturmay has them up 5-4, but it is Saskatchewan and Nancy Martin who does and have the last round playing the Yellowstones here in 6.
Three corners high.
Another end that looked awfully good for Alberta. Selena was trying to sit 3, missed it. Nancy made a beauty around the guard. It ended up winning the measure and it forced them to 1.
Shaylin Stewart again.
Oh, good throw.
This time they'll kill their own. All right, let's go over to Holman and Weagle. And looks like last stone is coming up here for Rachel Holman.
And the shot stone is Rachel Holman, that yellow stone biting the forefoot. Julia's final stone was trying to freeze into the bunch of stones that were piled, tapped one back, but rolled a little bit too far, so it was not shot. And so for Rachel, no need to make a play at it. Looking for a bite of the forefoot for the second point.
Already qualified, as already coming out of the group.
You gotta cross it. Go, 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 go. It's not bad. Good. 2, 6,
and 2 it is.
Left that red yellow lined up. That could be interesting.
Bigger from here than it does on the screen.
Or this guy. I think quarter. Yeah. This one? Yeah. Half rock that one, yeah. Half rock that one, yep. This one. Half this side. Yeah. Yep. Peel.
Might get them all.
Adriana Lott.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's a curl.
Whoa!
Close!
Whoa! 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 Okay, Cage, good throw.
Opens up that center line, opens up the 2 stones, back button, back edge of the 4.
Tight?
Nearly hung around, too.
Yeah, really tight.
Yeah, nice and
It
tight.
feels nice here,
Daniel. You got
That's
her.
really a single red one out there. That's a very easy double.
Positioning here all important. I'm assuming, Joe, and they've called tight. Why?
Well, I think if they go halfway, you'd likely see the double peel attempted, and then you could even send the yellow into the rings and try to get the back button situation disturbed.
Half tight.
So
Whoa.
try to be nice and tight here, and
Half tight. We're 2.5 tight.
at some point, Nancy might just have to come around and play a freeze.
Well, she's got the room to get in there, doesn't she?
Yeah, there's just not a lot of space. They'd like to get to this end, and if you make a freeze right on the pin and then Alberta follows you, it's pretty squished.
Just high.
Switch. Turn. Think so.
Could play the double peel here again, and by hitting the red thick, you might knock the yellow corner guard into the rings. They're just going to run this red one straight back, I believe.
Whoa! 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 Okay, just roll it off. Good throw.
Good.
Can you even get her deeper? Sink her deeper.
Don't you wish, Joanne, at lead position if your 2 reds had been a little higher?
You know, I played lead for a couple of seasons, and when this would happen, you just stare at those rocks all end.
Why?
Thinking how good it could have been, just a few feet less. Often you'll see heavy misses in that 6th end, just at the start of the end. There's a mop at the break, it warms up the pebble just that ever so slightly, and you don't want to throw a guard there. You want to try to make it good, but it just slides that extra little bit.
We're very tight. Not in. Not in. Yep. Yep.
Line will get there because it's deeper.
Yep. 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 Hard. Good. Good. How'd it go?
We know it, you know it, and we say it so often. That little mop. Did you have somebody?
Sorry.
And the number of teams, first of all, the number of teams who forget and then get caught on the quickness. Did you have somebody on the team is responsible for saying, remember, ladies, the mop? Did you have any?
Usually the lead.
Yeah.
Whoever, if it was me or whoever it was, would say it just so that the sweepers know you just gotta wait that extra beat.
Here we go. We're going to get it this time. Bang. And they do drive it back. Unlock things, but at the moment still is.
Better. Better.
Alberta and Sturmay sitting 2 without the hammer.
Lynn's bailed them out 2 or 3 times with those bullets down the middle.
She was our key shot.
Yeah.
Basically a quad for that key shot. Interesting because you've got the port to get the shot rock. Not that it's easy, but it's framed. If they could ever bury this and take a little bit of that port away, like overbury this by an inch.
Yeah, this was curling earlier in the game.
Yes.
And while we watch Sturmay, let's check out Brown and Adams.
Well, for Melissa Adams, no real way to get to the hearts on her final stone. It is a BC stone blocking both the in and the out turn. So she tried to come off one in the wings, and it just stayed straight out there. And so for Corinne, she's trying to tap up one of her stones, does need to tap it up to the 4-foot to score 2.
If you pass. Okay.
Go, 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 go.
And it just doesn't get the line right, so just the 1.
It was close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good draw too.
Good draw, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Trace that
Yeah,
side.
actually.
Was Deanna just?
I don't mind that. It's just
She did like the same way.
if we ever like do that and roll off, I guess she's probably guarded. But that's fine.
We're probably gonna have to drop her. I like that coming around
Maybe like-
freeze. What? I like that freeze.
Okay. Well, we probably want to move it a hair, but just get to it. Get to the face.
I mean, I guess you could run that yellow in.
Couple choices, maybe the right hand yellow onto that buried rock. Worst case scenario, you open it up. If you ever stick it, you're in pretty good shape. This is tricky to get shot rock, but if you get it in there somewhere, you eliminate a couple of reds for the time being.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't look at the port.
Okay. The thing is, we got to move it a hair to be shot, probably, or curl under it, right?
Yeah.
Be a little sticky over here.
I think so, Russ. And this is the side that was getting good finish.
Not as much play.
I don't want to be there on your hand. This is easy to overthrow.
Pretty good line.
Yep, top 4. Yep.
Yep. Gotta go line.
T-line. K-line's good. Line's good. T-line.
Yep.
Nancy Martin and her first.
Curl. Curl.
Curl.
Curl.
Stewart trying to help this over and around.
Go, go, go.
And knock it back. Not quite. So shot rock remains. It remains Alberta and Sturmay.
Wonderful effort, though, boy. Like you were guessing a bit on line and speed there.
Didn't finish as much as I thought it would. Sorry, Russ.
And I think that's why they didn't make it, because they could have been aggressive on the brushing, but they're waiting for the curl. Another inch.
I think I like going in front of it.
Okay. Even if we go half of it, like that takes away the run.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I like the out though. Has a better chance of stopping.
Okay. Thinking Scotties depth?
Yeah. Okay. There.
Yeah.
Scotties depth.
Came in there nice with the curl.
Yeah.
Using the logos as their
I
guide.
think so. Yeah, I like that.
You have to go pretty wide with the intern side there. I think they feel it's uncharted waters out there, so
Close to max to me, but
it's a good idea.
yeah, I think you just have to
Just guard the raise and maybe guard the right side of the raise to take away the tap for one.
Tight. Line's good. Half tight. Tight. Half to curl.
curl this.
Tight. Curl. Halfway. Curl. Halfway. Curl.
Hard does gotta go hard.
Hard, 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 hard. Just inside half. Keep going.
Hard does gotta go.
Whoa.
There you
Whoa.
go. Boy.
Whoa.
Ooh. A little over curl.
Are you kidding?
Oh.
Well, it's the lineup I think they're worried about. The red, yellow onto the yellow.
Not the hole.
No, I think through the hole. It might be there, but
Still probably.
the raise is easier.
We just do it with like hack or bump.
Yeah.
Like just bumper on that, or else we just
I don't know that you need to be that quiet.
like a 10. A 10? I'm just worried about that, but I guess it's probably coming here if we did that, hey?
Yeah. I think if anything, you're doing this.
Yeah, we got to be half rock on high side though. 3/4 high? Yeah.
You can hit it just about anywhere.
Well, I don't
Where
know
you
about
wanna
that.
hit
I
it?
don't know about that, but yeah, just a 10
Yeah,
then.
he hit it a little center line side. It's going to miss the yellow.
I think so.
The run?
Okay.
Yeah. Is it just around like a 10 though? Okay. Switch.
She's not whipping this because she doesn't want the yellow to spill once it hits
really
the
hit
red.
It anywhere from like 3/4 high
To
to
stay in
half. Yeah.
good
Oh,
part
we
of
gotta
the
be
8
high,
foot.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so a little more ice. Yeah.
I hate it when you throw a nice guard and you've actually made it easier for the opponent.
Yeah.
Shot rock at the moment belongs to Sturmay.
Hair down. Whoa. Close. Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep.
Looking at red onto yellow. Holding this up now, keeping it on that side. Here we go. Got it. Oh, have you got this? Wonderful. Nancy Martin. Loving the moment at the Scotties.
Nice shot.
She loves the game. So we'll begin tomorrow's final day of round robin. Kathy and Brian will have Carrie Einarson against Danielle Inglis, 9 a.m. tomorrow. What a couple of games it's been for Carrie Einarson. Comeback wins, one against Kate Cameron, one against Christina Black. Danielle Inglis at 5-1 in her second appearance at the Scotties. A win tomorrow for her in that game would clinch a spot and a qualification spot for the Ontario champion, who a year ago went 3-5 in Calgary. What a lovely shot by Nancy Martin to put the 2 on the board to take the lead 6-5. We go to the 7th, and it's once again Sturmay. And the team from Edmonton does have last rock, and they have the hammer playing the Red Star.
So many promising ends for Alberta. Just you can't seem to finish it off. Nancy's made a couple big ones at the right time. Even the end before where she skinnied the intern guard and won the measure.
Hit and roll.
I like the hit and roll.
Yeah, what if we just hit and roll?
Skurlock against
Double hit.
DiCarlo, Jane DiCarlo, of course, from PEI. Remembering again Veronica Main throwing the 4th stone.
Well, Veronica was in a bunch of trouble. The first time she sat in the hack, there were 2 Skurlock stones in the house, plus a guard. She got rid of the guard and one of the stones in the house. And so Kayla drew around. She was trying to go top 8, but is back 8. And so for Veronica, she needs to at least outcount the 8-foot to only give up 1, but she needs the hearts to score.
Whoa, where? Line's good. Get the button. Go, Whitney, hard. Yes, it's curling, Whit. Hard, Whit. Hard, Whit. Hard, Whit. Hard, Whit. Hard, hard, hard.
Whitney
Nice shot.
Jenkins.
Great throw,
And did they just get enough?
They did. Nice shot.
Great rushing there by Whitney Jenkins.
Yep, read's good. Yep. 10-5. Clean.
Did that help to have
Whoa.
to have Brady tell
Whoa. You're close. Whoa. Roll it over.
Easy roll.
Nice.
10-4.
Good throw.
Hitting contest all of a sudden, no guards at all
Go
anywhere.
at it if you want. Sure. Kate. Heel.
You think that this is planned out by Sturmay to get to the 8th and the even end with the last rock?
Well, right now they're looking for the simple 2.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
Oh, this has got some speed. This could be close.
Here we go.
Catch it.
Here we go.
Go, go.
And there it goes.
Fantastic.
That's still a lot of girl.
Not only got close to it, kind of
Great
rolled up on
shot,
top
Jay.
of it. So
Nice throw.
any attempt by Alberta, you're going to set up a double.
Brown and Adams, and the last stone belonging to the team from Fredericton and Melissa Adams.
Corinne Brown ran a guard back trying to pick out a buried stone on her first, but hit the guard but missed the stone in the house, and Adams split. And so now Corinne hit one of them, and that's what Melissa's trying to do back for 2. And does.
5-4. Brown leads there.
Good. That works. 10-7.
Did you, the reason I asked this, I'm just thinking out to myself here
Doesn't
that
matter. Bumper. This is pretty straight. This is
everyone
very
gets
straight.
a little bit weary. It's just that kind of week. And did you
Nice
find
10.
yourself, even though, Joe, you may have, had a really good week, what were you telling yourself, or what was the team telling each other just to keep yourselves fired up? Or did you just naturally come to the willing to play every day?
Oh, in a round robin like this, there's definitely ebbs and flow to energy, and that's why having your routines is so important, and all the details that the team has to focus on. It's all 4 players having to be highly engaged in every game. And sure, the fatigue would creep in. And when that would happen, there'd be honesty in the lineup. Like if I was feeling it, I'd let, usually it was Lisa, that's who I played front end with for most of my career. I'd let her know. I'd say, hey, we've got to keep the chatter up here. I'm feeling a little tired.
Especially at this time of the week when for some teams it's all on the line here. You have to be sharp, have to keep it up. That energy level.
Don't want to roll across the top of this other yellow.
Hard. Good.
And snuggles up beside.
9-5.
Queued it up again, though. And
Good on nose.
they can't buy a break on some of these angles. Hit that just right where the broom is, and both red fly.
Might have been by design though, Russ. They make this, and then
Yeah, get the blank. Yeah.
Alberta, yeah, they have the double back for the blank.
Over is good too.
Hair high.
And you just kind of the yellow over a bit.
Nose. I was thinking low.
Yeah.
Roll, get some separation.
Yep. It's perfect.
Sliver low. Oh, close.
Nancy
Close.
Martin.
No.
Whoa.
Close.
Whoa.
Close.
Close.
No.
It's really close.
Oh, had it figured out just across the low side of the rock.
Good.
And
Joe toss.
sits 2.
It'll work the blanket now.
Really good throw, Nance. That ran nice. Yeah, that a girl.
Thanks. Good call. Kind of came up a little.
It was starting to. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to be a little lower and get some separation, but
Yeah.
it's fine. This is a really precise roll
Yeah,
for her.
For sure.
Sounds good.
Try to just hit and roll to the left in front of the Saskatchewan stone behind the tee line. Hope for a jam, maybe. The double's very thin, so.
Selena Sturmay and her first as we play here in 7. Right now, Saskatchewan sitting 2. Paige Papley. And we'll leave it right there.
10-5? Oh, he's good. 10-5. Okay. Good throw. Good throw.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that throw a lot.
Nice 10 here.
Nose. You can't see you rolling away very much, can you?
No, the nose is pretty good because if Alberta wants to take on the double to blank, let them.
I don't think they'd risk it in this situation, Russ, do you?
No.
Because you ever miss the double and give up a steal? That's
Exactly. And the nose is pretty good too. It probably has to be a draw. Let's see if you nose, you might not be shot rock.
10.
Clean, yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
10.
Clean.
Whoa.
No. Off.
Whoa. 10.
Curl.
Whoa, curl.
Curl. Curl.
Adriana Lott.
Okay. Good shot.
Does that change things?
It works.
Yeah, you could double it off if you felt that confident, but I don't think so. I imagine they'll either draw or hit the shot rock.
Yeah. Good throw.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah, it's there. It's
Steal, but thanks, home curl.
they're going to give it a go.
Curl, you think I like this?
My only concern, like it's a half rock, but
I got third.
Joanne makes a great point. You're down 1.
I ain't gonna see you in a third, Danielle.
They haven't
Sorry,
played anything
a
out this
third.
wide. I'm sure I'm confident in their ability to make this, but have you got the berm in the right spot? And you go down 2, playing 8. It's getting dicey.
Pair more.
I'm wondering if Nancy maybe a little surprised at the shot choice. Going for the double to blank and keep that last rock going to the even 8th. Final stone here in 7.
Whoa.
Selena Sturmay
Just roll it in.
and And no. Then they'll roll in and settle down. I mean, it needs to. And just does. Wow. For the single. We're all even. Tied at 6. One more day of round robin play tomorrow as we play on this Wednesday night. As mentioned, all these games so important, with only 3 teams advancing out of each pool. Selena Sturmay attempted the double, but got the roll in for the single to tie it at 6. And so here we go. We go to the 8th, and it is Saskatchewan and Nancy Martin from Saskatoon that has the last rock and has the hammer playing the Yellowstone. A couple of long centers are up.
Things are big.
I'm giving you more. Alright, do we ever go to the back one? Like I give
Yeah,
you this much more ice.
Shot rock is at the back edge of the 8.
I think your weight would have been fine. Probably
And
that
then
much
they
tighter,
just,
right? That's
Deanna
all I
Doig
think.
just
Okay, well, I'm just
drew the
trying to make
top
sure I'm
edge.
positive with
I know,
it,
but the
so-
second one you're going more.
So trying to straighten things out with Deanna's delivery.
Well, Deanna's been struggling with one of her stones. She just said that one's a pig, so that means that the rock is running slow. And I believe it's also a cutter because she's crashed on her come-around attempts on multiple occasions. So what ends up happening there is Nancy has to give her significantly more ice to be able to play the come-around, which puts her out in a wider line, which is fresher. So she just needs to, honestly, sometimes you have a rock where you have to feel like you're throwing back 12 for a draw. You just have to go for it. Because she's come up light with it, and it's overcurled every single time almost.
Doesn't throw a ton of rotation either, which can't be helping in that situation. But that's great they finally identified it.
Adriana Lott trying to run it back, or just get the high one here.
I think just the high one. They're so far apart.
Good throw, Cage.
Sometimes you peel this high guard a few times and hope that someone slides a little bit deeper or gives you a bit more of an angle. When they're lined up perfectly, and if you have to go after that long run, the shooter, you have to run the risk of nosing and leaving everything where it is in order to be close to make it.
Line's good. Running a bit. Not curling it all over. Half. Killed it a little. High. High half.
Pass the curl.
Top of the thing. Well then. We're above half.
Curl.
Just above half.
Curl. Yep. Keep going.
Just trying to line them up here.
Yep.
Oh, it's fast.
8-5. You want to go this one?
Sure.
Alberta against PEI in a 5-3 lead, and Skurlik trying to add to it, Kathy.
Well, she's being forced in this end. On her first shot, she could see about a third of the buried stone, tried to pick it out, but grazed the guard. And so another guard was thrown. It was trying to be on top, but Veronica coming a little short. So to score, she needs full 4.
As mentioned, Skurlik with the advantage in the group. Team Canada has already qualified. Oh my.
Yep, give it to us. We can get that for you. Yeah, you are.
Be a steal.
Yeah.
And within 1.
Skurlik, as we're going to say, has the wins against both Sturmay and BC.
Big ad. Top 8. Curl in distance if you're going. Curl in distance. Top 4. Curl. You're wide open. I can't hear her. Top 8.
The acoustics just aren't working in this building, Vic.
Whoa, just here. We're past that. We're at 12.
Well, part of the problem there too, Russ, is both sweepers are sweeping for distance there. Normally that outside person will stay completely upright in order to communicate, but they just felt it was so light that they needed the extra brusher. The pressure that's closest to the rocks is about 85% of the heating of the ice. The second one only about 15%. So they often find that it's best to have that person communicating until it's desperate times.
Watch the jam. It's pretty thin.
Okay. Okay.
Saskatchewan, and then Martin doing a lot of chasing here in the 8th.
We full swept that to biting. Full 8. I just don't know if you can stop it there. Okay.
And Kathy, we have our first final.
Well, and Nunavut had something going, but Rachel made a big weight double, including picking a stone that was frozen off. And so for Nunavut, the best that they could do is hit an open stone, and Rachel hit it back for the 2 points, and they said enough.
So that's 7 straight wins for Team Canada, and Nunavut winless in 7.
Last couple of home games, they've looked really sharp as opposed to maybe their B game early.
Curl, T-line. Top 4 coming down. Curl, top 4. Whoa, top 4. Whoa. Whoa. Just biting. 15.
Not quite where they wanted that, because now there's a double to
Oh, my end's been curling.
get one mostly buried here.
Okay, you got it, Shay.
Maybe a foot deeper or a foot lighter would have been a little easier for make this shot tougher.
Yeah, kind of got caught in between
Yeah.
there. They were a little caught up in line.
Yes. Been a lot of that this week.
Whoa. Whoa.
Shaylin Stewart.
Back double. Yep. No. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, and missed the opportunity.
Just.
Not terrible.
Or double and pair 4 and back. Try the flaw.
Move it a hair.
He's gonna freeze the back one.
Not either.
Honestly, if you
I feel
just
like
off nose, she's
Probably
still
have to roll far enough with the 5 that we're giving her the freeze.
It's either hit and roll in with soft bait or tap that one they just threw.
Yeah, I think I like that, Selena.
Forces Nancy to play a angle raise or something. It's interesting because the guard's so long.
What was I last night? 5-1? 5. But we curled it. And I
Yeah,
think
just
there's
bump it a rock. I think it's pretty good, Russ. You know Nancy's going to try to promote that yellow of Shaylin's, but make the angle nice and sharp. Force her to play just a straight tap. And you can come in and bump the reds on the center line.
Usually tap it to our left a little bit, choke off the tap.
All right, let's update the game between BC, and that, of course, is Corinne Brown as they play New Brunswick, Melissa Adams.
Well, an unfortunate outcome for Melissa. There were 2 stones side by each. She was trying to hit one and sort of roll corner frozen to another, and it would have forced a draw for 2, but she spun to the wings, and so it is already 3 for BC's Corinne Brown. This is a draw for 4, looking for full 8-foot.
From the Kamloops Curling Club a year ago, albeit with a slightly different lineup, they went 4-4 and come into this one 4-2. You don't want to waste the opportunity, and they do not. So put 4 on the board for Brown.
Yeah. You like this? Pardon? You like this?
Yeah.
15-7. Stick that there. Sure. 10.
Decent weight on Selena's tap attempts. Just didn't quite get the curl.
Yeah. This is pretty much where you had that. Yeah. Nose. It's like quarter rock. And half? I think it's half. Okay. You got her.
Nancy Martin. 4 times a runner-up in Saskatchewan. Finally breaks through and skipping in her first Scotties. Block trying to hold her up. Here we go. Angle it back, and they are the shot rock.
That's good. Good job.
Very nice. Bet you could do, really.
Nice throw, Nance. Good girl.
I think I'm seeing a 12-5.
Yep.
Like,
Interesting. Both skips, huh? Struggling with their draws. The hit game, very impressive for Nancy Martin. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Overcrawled a shit ton on all of her games so far. This is true. Just to throw that out there.
You know, obviously, you have to cross this to do damage, but you don't want to roll too far, you know, in this type of area, because then there's a draw for Nancy, who loves to draw. If you could ever just roll to there, I'm not sure what Team Saskatchewan does. You're taking on the jam by doing that, but just a hack weeder here. Let the brushers control it. Then you don't roll as far. Just slightly on the inside if you dare.
It's good.
Yep.
Selena Sturmay in her last.
Yep. 3-5. Yes, son. Hard speech. Hard. Hard. Hard page. Hard. Hard page.
Oh, what's this? Where's it going? And they'll settle as shot rock for the moment.
One and that's 2. Yeah.
Put them off the hook again.
Yep.
Sturmay and the team finished first in Pool A last year in Calgary.
Time out.
This year they're scratching to stay alive.
She protected there. Like, she missed it the right side. You didn't want to jam it and give up 2, but a little harder would have rolled better. Would have sat 3.
Timeout has been called by
Stay in the 4-foot.
Saskatchewan.
This one's got a chunk of the 4-foot.
Do you like this for 2? Or just draw for 1?
Tough.
I really like scoring.
Yeah.
1 point is big.
Agreed.
8th end, you want to score.
I think this is pretty
I
hard.
don't think you can see enough of that, can you? To stay in the 4-foot, you gotta be biting.
Like you'd
the
have to
4-foot.
play like back here.
I think that's
You ever
really
rub
tough.
that? You can give them 2 so fast. Draw for your 1.
Okay.
That's a tough enough shot. You go 1 up after 8. You're in a good spot.
Yeah. Agreed. Let's do it. You know this
Sherry's
spot.
great.
Yeah.
Well, they have such a good relationship, Nancy and Sherry, having played together.
Yeah, both at the women's level and the seniors. They played, of course, in 21 in the bubble when they were declared by Curling Saskatchewan to be the representatives. And then, as mentioned, she's a 4-time runner-up, and 2 of those runner-ups in Saskatchewan came when she was playing with Sherry Anderson.
Give them a steal or 2.
That like 30,
14, 8, yeah.
You got her. Nice release.
Gonna need full 4. Final stone. Lots of handle.
It's all you, sweet petite.
Take.
Where?
Running.
T-line.
Boy, is it ever.
You need that?
They do a backing if they have to.
Back 4. Back 4.
Yes.
Back 4.
Straight.
Blocked.
Straight. Straight.
Look out here.
Straight.
Look out here. And well enough. They used every bit of that backing.
Yellow.
1 yellow it is. Coach said, get your single. They did. It's the Scotties from Thunder Bay. The Canadian Women's Curling Championship. 4th time this region, this area, has hosted the Scotties. And on this Wednesday night, our feature game goes to the 9th. And Nancy Martin out of Saskatoon has the lead, really fighting for her life here. The coach had the right idea, Sherry Anderson. You'll be very happy, she said, having the lead after 8. And they do. 7-6. And it is Selena Sturmay from Edmonton that does have the hammer. Playing the Red Stones here in 9.
Page deep on her first come around, so now they're going to have to really work to clean up that 4-foot area.
I've seen this surprise teams on more than one occasion. In the 9th end, the speed is better than they expect it to be.
The Anderson game was like that. Yeah,
Really holds up. And if anything on the 10th end, there might be a couple feet of slowdown. But that 9th end, I've seen lots of teams surprised.
T-line! Little bump! T-line! Little bump! T-line!
Whoa! Back foot! Whoa! Curl, Shay! Curl, Shay! Curl! Curl!
Shaylin Stewart.
Curl!
Hard curl, all the way
Curl!
Right to
Curl,
it.
Shay! Curl! 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 Okay, good.
Big shot here. You can get this underneath. Saskatchewan's got to be careful.
Yep. Speed is good here now. It's very nice, yeah.
She's slick.
Quick spot and straight spot, too. As the game goes on, this middle or into the 4-foot area just doesn't seem to have the same snap at the end.
Yep. Back line! Whoa!
Desiree Haas.
Whoa! Straight!
It's not very heavy.
Coming down!
Schmeeman has her.
Hard, right up. Back 12! Keep going, yep.
Boy.
There's no weight on that. It was way back 8 foot in the end.
You're caught looking at the line again because Desiree yelled yes for sweeping, knowing that she hadn't thrown it very hard, but they waited for it to break. Our key was don't be deep, and that's 3 of them now. In reality, that over curled, so it's of no value to Alberta.
Killing a couple. Okay, bump.
Can you touch them all?
I think they're just playing light weight at this. I heard bump, so that's kind of weight to the boards.
Clean! Yep! Bump! Clean!
Looking more important to get the inside roll. They got to be mindful of the jam on their back yellow, though.
Stewart. Boy, that took off on them. That really jumped. And they did jam it at the back and then rolled it across.
All right. Good throw.
Just nose it.
It's a lonely yellow if he knows it.
It's dead jamming no matter what you do. I think that. Yeah, just stick the shoe.
Any other play here, Russ? I mean, as they say, it's going to jam no matter what.
I don't think so. The other option would be Peel. Started blasting away. I think they feel the guards long enough, and they will have 3 or 4 red in there. So they're hoping for a big score here, I would assume.
Desiree Haas.
Hard. 10. Hard. Whoa! Hard.
Keep going.
Roll it away.
Shot does.
Well, they'll spill one of them. So there's 3 reds in there. One lonely yellow.
One lonely yellow.
Try just roll it, Shay. Or you could go here.
Do you like the draw or the hit? I would just hate to leave him a double, but.
Okay.
I think we can manage it.
Try
in
that
there.
roll. If you knows it's not the worst.
Yeah. Okay.
You like this way?
Sure.
The hit for Alberta on the yellow is easier on the outturn side, but obviously could jam. Should be able to get it either way.
I think so. I don't think the guard's really in play. There's enough finish still, it appears.
Whoa! 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 Curl! Curl! Hard curl! Curl!
Deanna Doig. They were looking for that roll.
Sit down.
And it'll sit down. Five, 4, Alberta. And Kayla Skurlik out of Calgary leading PEI and Jane DiCarlo.
Well, Veronica Main's final stone is that yellow stone that is frozen and shot at the back.
Clean.
Kayla came down to the hack, went back, but decided to try to play this pick.
Get out of there, and she'll move it far enough for 2.
Very nice.
That's a big 2 points.
It sure is.
They extend the lead to 3, going to 10, and it's Prince Edward Island with last rock there.
Straight. Whoa, curl, curl, curl. Straight up. Right back, go, 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 go.
Oh, that was nifty.
You can find that little hole there.
Freeze here.
Sit on him.
You like the freeze or you like trying to dig it out?
Either.
Okay, just freeze.
I like
Sure.
the freeze.
What'd you get on that one?
13-7.
Ooh.
And that was back here.
Back line. So
Yeah.
it's like probably close to 15.
40, 50? 50, yeah.
Kaylin Stewart.
Short would be the audible here.
A little big right now.
Looks a
Okay,
hair
whoa,
firm.
Touch it.
Whoa then, curl. Has to curl. 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 Curl.
Get it going.
Curl. Curl. Straight. Drag it. Drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it hard.
Right down to it, and they'll tap it back.
That's okay.
Atta girl.
Good.
Very nice.
Great throw, Shay.
It's a long guard, but there's not an amazing amount of curl, and they're starting to dig a little bit. So these shots get to be harder than they were earlier in the game.
Yeah, and you have to throw it pretty hard to get it to get out of the forefoot. It's not as lively in the house as you might expect.
Yeah, you'd like to throw like a back 8 at this, but you can't. You got to be at least back line, closer to hack to get enough distance.
Clean. Curl. Curl more. Soft hack. Soft hack. Close. Straight. Straight. Straight.
Needs the speed again.
Whoa, curl. Curl. Soft hack. Curl. Curl. Hard does. Go, 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 go. Right back.
Well done. You didn't want to roll quite that far, but that was just a tough shot.
Okay.
Kathy, another final and a big win for British Columbia.
And it was a game that BC was not in trouble very often. Erin Pincott struggled a little bit with draw weight this morning, but found her feel tonight, and that's going to be a good sign for her.
Yeah.
Corinne Brown out of Kamloops.
Yep. Get the weight right here. Yep.
Last year they went 4-4 and have now gone 5-2.
Wait there.
Nancy Martin.
You need the other one?
Skip Stones here in the ninth.
Back 4. Back 8. Yep.
They play the tick and roll over, frozen, buried here if they have to.
Yes.
Back 12.
Yes. Hard. 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 Oh.
And they'll spin away. Caught in no man's land there, Joe.
Yeah, they were trying to call the audible and get that rub.
Just quite a bit heavy.
Curl that almost. Wait, it's going past there.
Yeah. Staying almost, open. And if she wants to take a rip, that double might jam.
Yeah.
I think so. Or we go there as well. Edge on edge.
That's true.
I think I like that side better.
We got to be full force so that when she freezes, we are shot. Hey. Yep. Okay.
They know Nancy's freezing already.
Okay.
But Nancy was quite a bit off speed-wise there.
It's 2 in a row now. Last time she needed the backing badly.
We just want to be
Back
full
12.
If she freezes to this, so that we're still shot. So we need like full 4.
What time?
Full 4 buried, I assume.
This pass running really
I think they said edge on edge.
A high 4.
Left side, you mean?
Yeah, left
okay.
side, so that-
Can I give you the same kick as the top 8 one?
Do you like the same kick as this top 8 one does? that was in that wider track.
It's pretty good too. You know, force Nancy to go around everything.
Like just full 4, like splitting's okay? Yep. Okay. I'm on the wrong side.
A lot of heavy draws this end. We'll see what happens here.
Any reason for that, do you think, Joe? In terms of why is everybody a little bit got the heavies?
Sometimes it's a bit of adrenaline, but I mentioned at the start of the end, teams seem to be surprised often in the ninth end at how fast it is.
There it goes. There it goes.
Just not seeing that bite or that slowdown you usually do.
Full 4 on this line.
Sturmay's first.
Full 4, guys. Much. We're really close. No. We're full, half 4. Full 4.
And she, look at that. She finds it as it maybe yanked just a little bit.
Just a touch deeper than they wanted.
Quite a bit deeper.
That was a 15-1. Earlier in the game, they would have had to sweep that heavily to get it to where it is. Then that just was kind of dusted in, so it is faster this end.
So she's going to take on the double, is she?
Yes, and Nancy can't go straight across. She'll probably hit the backside of Shot Rock, which could redirect hers back towards the third one.
I think we have to, right?
I think so.
Her other option is a freeze.
There's a chance that like it could stuff over there, but also ours will be in front of everything.
Yeah, up 1. If you give up 2 here, you're not upset if you're Nancy Martin.
That red could stuff over there, but this one will be in front of everything. Gotta be low. Okay, a little less. Less.
Final stolen for Saskatchewan. It's a must-have here.
Yep.
Yes.
There, up by 1, in danger of giving up multiple points. Here we go. Stewart on the brush gets 1, and then slowly gets down. It is the Shot Rock. Oh, goodness.
Too thin. Shoot. Just shoot.
Sprung down.
I don't know if she pushed the red far enough.
The Shot Rock red, yeah, this one here that's moving now. I don't think so either.
Shoot, too thin.
No.
So Jill's still a quiet tap for 3.
Yeah, no. Can she?
Is there room though?
Right, that's just it. Can she hit it dead on? Can she? No.
A little bit high.
Tap it towards the hack, right?
Yeah, tap it towards the yellow.
Same ice.
So a heavy draw gets you your 2, and if you can get the brushers to high side it.
Curl at the end.
Yep, you got her.
Tap it towards the yellow and the red that are next to each other.
Yeah.
In the half and the 8 foot.
There's never a way we can squeeze it through that hole, hey? We can afford to be a hair high. It's not there for 3, hey?
You have to be hair high to get 3.
Let's make it. Kind of wavy throws.
Just touch it for 2.
Okay, so
like
That extra point is huge.
Yeah, if you can push it to the back to that yellow center line side.
Yes.
That's the one, right?
The danger is you can't throw it too hard and roll the shooter off either. Yeah, just a hair high. Back 8, back 12.
Final stone.
Clean. Well, we're to the hacks. Clean.
Ooh, hacks a lot.
Curl. 13.
Tapley.
Whoa.
And then Haas. Back they go.
To the hacks. Whoa. Curl. Just
Now
please.
help it over Haas.
Curl.
Here we go. A little bit high side. Push it back. And that will work. Boy.
Just look at that one.
Those are the 2. Now you look there. That sure looks like a 3rd.
Yeah,
close.
I think the one she tapped is out counting the red, maybe.
Could be. That's why they had to keep it high side.
I don't know if it was there, Russ.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Eh?
Oh, that one on the center line is the one.
Yeah.
Looks like it may be closer now.
Okay.
Yes. I agree with you. I think it's only the 2. That one looks to be 3rd shot.
Maybe we'll get a measure again. Yeah.
Here we go again. I notice I'm the only one out on the branch here. Anybody want to join me in the?
Not a lot of time, but like.
Let's get the saw.
Goodbye.
Big it's us.
Oh, it's a huge 3rd possible point, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it had to be hair higher, but there, like you say, there was just no room for that thing to wiggle through.
Yeah, and you couldn't risk rolling off. She actually threw quite a bit of weight
That's
there.
what scared me with that weight.
Yeah.
If she hits it where she wants to, she rolls the shooter too far.
Yep, they played it smart.
Yep.
Trust my eyes. I actually think this one's closer.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
You got the third eyes on you. Sleep the scene, okay?
Saskatchewan, Stone? No doubt. So it is just the 2.
It's 2 red. Yeah.
2 red.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a really big missed third point. Saskatchewan down by 1 coming home. It's big. It really is. It's big for Saskatchewan. And Nancy Martin, the team from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, find themselves down now by 1. They have the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones. Martin trying to go to 5 and 3. And hand Sturmay a third loss and get that advantage should they be tied and it come into play when the final seedings are done. And they'll go around their own corner. 2 centers are up from Sturmay. 2 games are finished. 1 game remains on the ice. Kathy's watching that. That's Skurlik against PEI and DeCarlo. Skurlik from Calgary.
Yep. Line's good. Top 8. Hard then. Top pin. Top 4. Has to curl. Top pin. Distance first.
We're there.
Has to curl. It does not need to curl. Why are we sleeping? Very nice.
And right around they go, and they'll get to the top of the button.
We got a PLA.
Pretty concerned about getting the curl there. They kept brushing it probably a foot or 2 deeper than they really wanted it. This is close to a triple. This line, the way they're lined up.
Adriana Lott.
Hard, Shay. Hard.
Boy, she works a lot, huh? Shaylin Stewart. Here we go. And going to touch it on the way by. No. And it will spill.
Come on, girl.
Interesting call here, but I like it. You throw the guard, you don't make it great. You're probably in trouble. Peel this, it looks like you're handing them 2, but it's so early in the end.
Now wide open, you've got the rest of the end to try to get your double, get out of it.
I think it's a good move. You want to make the peel, though. You want to roll right out.
All the way out.
Yeah, I think so, guys. Like, we're gonna be.
All right, Kathy, we have our 3rd final of the night.
And for Skurlik, she faced 3 on her final, made a double, and so that ended that game. Some blips on the screen of Team Skurlik tonight. They played well, but they let the other team off the hook a couple of times. But they did what they needed to do, and that was get a win.
It's a big win, again, because of the fact they do have the advantage over the likes of Brown, who was a winner. And, of course, over Sturmay, who's trying to pick up and keep pace.
Boy, that had to be brushed all the way just to get it through the rings.
Shoot.
It's okay. Tiny bit.
Okay.
Got her.
You got her.
You could have hit the top one here, too, maybe rolled in.
Control. Well, control.
Can you control the deuce? That's the age-old question. The houses are slow, that helps.
It's good. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. No. Curl. 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 Hard roll. That's hard. Good. Good. Try to roll big.
10.5. Okay.
10.5.
You got it, Shay.
Gonzalez. Settle beside the pin.
10-5. Okay.
So with the wins, Holman, as we know, the defending champion, have qualified. Skurlik is a winner. Brown's a winner. Sturmay trying to match them now. Martin trying to bring them back. And the key to all this right now is that Skurlik has beaten both Brown and Sturmay. So that should be in play in her favor when it's all said and done. One more draw to go. They'll have that. They'll play that draw tomorrow. This is the final round robin game for Nancy Martin. She'll be idle tomorrow afternoon.
Only 2 shots left for Alberta to make a double.
Yeah. I don't know.
Great roll there, though.
Probably.
Could have done that for the first time, too.
You like that same weight? Okay.
What do you try? Do you try the long roll?
I think so. Nancy briefly mentioned guarding
roll
it.
over on my side here.
I don't think I like that.
Same
Try to
way?
get the roll the other side of the house, and
No.
Alberta only has 2 shots at making this double.
Kate Cameron here. Their coach, some guy named Howard. Glenn, of course, is coaching the Cameron team. Cameron has really snake bit the last 2 games. There's 2 come from behind. Wins. Anderson. And there you go to sit the 2.
Nice try. You could not roll out, but another foot of roll. There's no double. It's there now. Got to be thrown pretty hard, though, the way the houses are.
Yeah, I have to shoot the rock that's on the back of the button about 6 feet to the right of the screen. So you have to be a little bit more precise on these now.
Yeah, you don't catch the shot rock clean. It's not going very far. Pretty well natural half, eh?
Yeah.
They're going, looks like they're going in turn here, which means it's not going to, the spin on the rock is not going to gear over as well, so it's even harder to make.
Probably the turn they know a little better, though.
Close.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Hard.
Yes.
Hard.
Got one and slides it underneath. Ooh. Whoa.
Just overcurled on them.
Yeah, at that speed, it doesn't make sense. It sounded like whoa out of her hand.
Where do you go now to separate these?
You're going to go to the wing, so the left-hand side of the screen, and you want this to be even. So just splitting tee to touching the back of the tee line.
What do you think it is here? Widest and the most back, and it's still.
Nancy's just been heavy with her draws the last 2 ends.
Normally you'd be real careful with heavy here in the arena conditions, but this week, for the first time in a long time, it doesn't seem to be quicker to the corners.
Got a 16 or a 10 or whatever, so I think it's going to be closer to that 30.
Okay.
You got her, Nance.
Nancy Martin and her first.
Kind of running right now.
Top 8.
Okay.
T-line.
Whoa.
It's T, let it work.
Easy.
T-line curl.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That early brush, huh? Oh my. Goodness, you did.
Sit.
No, you
Good.
didn't. Wow. Wow. Did they really see that out of her hand?
Yeah, it's not
Yeah, they felt it was light for whatever reason.
Timeout's been called.
Quarter.
Yep.
Couple choices here. You could try to hit and roll on top. Soft weight, roll to the back 8. It's a fairly natural half rock, eh? A little thin half.
I heard them say quarter. Doesn't look quite that thin to me.
Not particularly good draw weights. Sturmay has really struggled. The difference for Sturmay may be that 9th, of course. That little quiet tap resulted in just 2 instead of 3 may be the difference when it's all said and done. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. Proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995.
Yep.
This is the one, Sturmay. Can you make this double?
Really hard.
Can you? Here we go. Paige Papley, have you got this double? No!
Good try.
So straight in that spot, you try to use your sweeper there, just misses the back.
You like that throw?
Yep. Yeah. Okay. It was a good throw. Okay. We'll judge it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of time.
Final stone, hit the paints, open draw for 2 for the win to keep themselves in the mix when it comes to the top 3 advancing. Yes, have a look. Here we go. Kadriana Lott, Jalen Stewart.
We're fine. We're fine.
Here I'm Stoig out as well. Put it in the paint, ladies, for the 2. And the hand goes up, and 2 will go up, and a win goes up on the board for Saskatchewan. Make the final 9-8. And that is the final round robin game now for Saskatchewan. They will finish at 5-3, and that is a 3rd loss for Alberta. They'll drop to 4-3, and that certainly helps BC as well, as they see one of their main competitors drop a game in the loss column. What an evening. And there you think about it, you know, that's that point they let get away. That 2 instead of the 3.
Yeah.
There's the difference. Nancy Martin, the 5th different Saskatchewan representative in the last 5 years. And for the moment, she is still alive. And the standings now are complete. And we have our 3. And by that loss by Sturmay, she is now eliminated. These are the 3 teams: Holman, Skurlik, and Brown. And Martin will fall just that bit short. Because in fact, when you see Brown in round robin did beat Nancy Martin. So if she should even lose tomorrow to fall to 3, that would go in favor of Brown. So Holman, Skurlik, Brown are your 3 to come out of Pool A. Hello to everybody at the Nutana Curling Club. Nancy Martin comes up just a little bit short.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Home Hardware, here's how.
One day of round robin remains, and Kathy Bryan will get it started at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Carrie Anerson back-to-back come from behind wins to go to 4-2. Danielle Inglis top of the table right now out of Ottawa at 5-1. That will be their featured game when tomorrow Pool B plays twice and Pool A will play just the once in the afternoon. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Nancy Martin gave it a run, did what she had to do, but the numbers just didn't work out for her as Holman and Brown and Skurlow have picked up their spots. We'll join you for one final day round robin tomorrow. From here, the Scotties on Canada Sports Leader, TSN.